Alright, let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Hello guys, sorry for the Limbus background music. So I learned after I recently just got monetized that I can't play the introduction of Limbus Company because otherwise then I can't make money off of any of my stream. So that's something to keep in mind. Hi, Kuro. Hi, Whitlet. It's good to see you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see what we shall do today. You know, it'll be great. It'll be such a grand time. I heard that the Bokgak has released, so a higher difficulty, which is great. We got some really cool rewards to take care of today. Man, Limbus Company's a loud game. Jeez, I gotta turn it down. Alright. We're going for these, and we're going for these, and these. That is really the only thing that's worth it here. Okay. Yep. Coolio. It's good to be back. It's good. I don't need the... Okay. Theater. Not theater. The stages. Hard. What level are you wanting us at? 60? Do I have a good sing? Oh, this one. This one's ready. It's this one. Oh yeah, that's just like my to-be upgraded team, I guess. So, up sure it is. The only person who's not up there is this gal, and here, you can have those, I guess. Yeah. And then we have like the new, we have the new units here. Got the Gregor, and and then the Ego for Faust. Okie dokie. Great. Well, it's good to see you all. I hope you all are doing well. Let's go ahead and, I guess, react to this. How many of you in chat want to see the story? Actually, I'll do a poll. Want me to skip over the story? Yes, no. Go ahead and vote. I will be right back after I set a goal here. Let's do one super chat today for 3 hours. And the goal will be choose my team for next combat. Alright, great. So I have a poll up. Hopefully you all will vote on that. Let me know what you guys would like, if you want me to skip over the story or not. We can go through it if you'd like. I will be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Let's see. We got one vote, and that single vote is to skip the story. So skip the story we shall. Am I fighting Envy Picatulum? I forgot about this Kanto. This looks like Envy Picatulum. Oh, I totally forgot about the stupid... Oh, no. Okay.
군주가 나선
의로움을 세우기 위해서라면 이제야 부른
죽음께 흑수.
잠깐 이번 임무는 내가
Alright, we're only allowed 6 units, I see.
명을 받듭니다.
어디서? 아, 뭐야? 걸만.
보는 눈은 있네요. 보는 눈은 있네요.
Sure, that works.
여기서 저만큼 유능한
Yeah, we'll be fine. Oh yeah, I was grabbing clips. The last time I was on Limbus Cubby, I was grabbing clips from my last video, which is probably why you all are still here. Oh, I got 1 vote for a no to not skip the story. This is a dilemma. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay. Look beyond the glass window as it sitters furiously inside the larger indoor area. Arena.
천둥발거숭이 같은 놈들 다 죽어가는 적에게 죄다 달려들면 어쩌자는 거냐?
You danged imbeciles. What's the point of everyone rushing at the same enemy that's already staggered and nearly dead? Oh, this actually having the only common sense here.
파우스트가 먼저 공격한 개체였어요.
Faust had attacked the entity
여러분의
first.
실책이죠.
The blame lies flatly with the others' delayed decisions.
미안해.
Apologies, yet
하나
concerned
빨리
was I.
처리하지 않으면 곤란해질
Not to not
거야.
dispose swiftly of that foe would...
모두 마음이 잘
I
맞네요.
think this is a great show of teamwork. Sure, Honglu. Sure. I had no idea how hopeless the sinners were in battle without my command. Wow, we really do suck, don't we?
젠장 지휘를 하면 좀 말아 먹으란 말이다.
Why won't any of you listen to my orders?
야,
Oi,
처음에
your
네
genius
지휘 듣고
order
싸우다가
was how the lass's
저놈이
head
내가
ended up
붙인
dangling
채로
from
돌아오는
1/4 of a
거냐?
neck. It was a
그건
necessary
어쩔 수 없는
sacrifice to gain an edge in battle.
본인은 괜찮네.
Or did he not? How befitting of a hero to perish in a place for capricious. Ugh.
일이 된 것이니 그야말로 영웅적인.
Otis's betrayal instincts are coming out. Wait, not here. The log. Necessary sacrifice to gain an edge in battle. Hi, Mara. I think the mention of all the attacks is going to be staggered. Of all the attacks going to the staggered enemy is a win rate reference. I think it is. But even still, it's kind of cool that it's like crazy in lore. Don Quixote falls before the merciless onslaught of enemies. I had so many things I wanted to say to them, most of which were variations of "you're doing it wrong," but I had no choice but to watch as their woefully imbecile decisions continued to bungle the fight. They're helpless. If I try, this researcher next to me would get in my way, claiming that I haven't finished collecting the data.
이쪽은 위기 대처에 대한 반응 속도가 유독 빠르군.
This one's reaction speed to emergencies is exceptionally fast. So, can I help them now?
정신없이
Will you
돌아다니지
stop
말고 가만히
pacing and
있게나.
compose yourself?
거의
We are
마무리된
almost
중이야.
done here. Hannenheim, yes.
이 정도면 데이터 수집은
That should be more than enough
충분히
data. Take control, manager. I had a lot I wanted to say, but let's help the sinners out of this bind first. Dante about to crack his whip and be like, "Oi, you scumbag! You can't do anything right for yourself. Get back in line." But alas, win rate is yet again still a thing.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
Is there really anything wrong with win rate? Well, I guess so. Well, I even do win rate. I made you guys defend, but yeah, you know, you can't roll heads to save your life. You all are failures. No, don't use the win rate too late. I didn't even use the win rate. I had them guard on struggling. You all are failures. Only the win rate clashes have worked so far.
너한텐 조금 멀겠지만.
모든 것에 견뎠어.
Again, only the win rate classes have worked so far. This is crazy. What are you going up against? Ryoshu? Well, no wonder why you're losing, you fool. Can you attack? Well, you know, Sinclair, at that point, struggle. About time you rolled heads, Faust. Good. Good. See? It's really not that hard, guys. Y'all are hopeless without me. Uh-oh. The one thing I decided not to win rate. I feel like the game's encouraging me to win rate, guys. Now, by the way, if you subscribe, I have to do damage for a turn, and then if you donate $5 or more, you get to choose my team for the next combat. Fine, let's strategically do this. Oh, why are you using an ego? What the flip is wrong? Why are you all using egos? What the heck, guys? Fine. This one will go off first. Anyway, if you want to play that game. Can we use ego? None of the useful ones. How far away from 84? Okay, that would suck. 21. You could tank that. You're right on the stagger mark. Honestly, like, it would not be that hard to stagger you. Sure. You're just gonna have to take that, Rodion. I'm glad to know that the other Limbus players call their sinners worthless when they clash poorly. It's a canon event. It's truly a canon event. They need the encouragement. Good! Well done, Ryoshu. See, it's about time you guys did something with your lives. Well done. Actually, rolled tails, sucker. See, you tanked that. You're fine. You got this. Good. Good, 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 good. This one's about to corrode. Okay. 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 I feel like... Oh no. Who has the most HP? You do. Bye-bye. You guys will be fine. The fact that they're still rolling heads at like negative SP is insanity. Clashes are not fair in this game. The enemies always have an advantage. They may have an advantage on luck, but I have strategy. Ah, suckers. Get freaking wrecked. This is the only way. Okay. And the rest can just, I don't know. Have fun. GG. Easy. Let's go. Yippee! That went well. Now speak for yourself, Dante. I don't think your centers were doing too great till you came in.
역시 관리자님이십니다. 지휘 실력이 날이 갈수록 일치월장하시는군요. 제 현역 시절이 생각날 정도입니다.
The glazing never ends. The glazing never ends. as expected of our executive manager. The exceptional development of your strategic genius reminds me of earlier years in my career. Such an easy match that no center lost a single clash. Oh, they lost clashes, especially at the beginning. Uh-huh. Thanks. Whew. Got anything to snack on, guys? I'm starving here after that brawl.
테스트 중에는 공복을
You will maintain an
유지할
empty
것이야.
stomach for the duration of the test.
다음 테스트는
Next on the docket is... I would have asked more salt for a message if I knew this was coming. Whose idea was this anyway?
누가 이런 걸 하자고 한
Hi,
거야?
Pleasant Lemon. It's good to see you again. It's been a long time since I've seen you, bud. How have you been? Voice acting is peak. Let be fair. Hope things are going well. They are going well. Thank you. How are you doing? Well, if you really want to get into it, we can trace this right back to your vacation request, Gregor. Not that this wouldn't have happened without that, but yeah. Oh, come on, fellas. There's gotta be more to it than that. Sure there was. Not that it would have made any difference. Because like Ishmael said, this all began with Gregor's particularly egregious stretching. Going through a PDF to see if it's accurate to the book I'm reading. Nice. That's so real.
좋은 공간이 됐고. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
I'm starting to think that there's units to these that have bonus. Hold on, wait a minute. Ah, yes, that has a plus 40% if I use it. How badly do I want to do that? Wow, that sound just now. I didn't know a human body could make a sound like that. Oh, I was just doing some stretches.
잠깐 스트레칭을 했거든.
Can't seem to do them without making these noises nowadays.
흔한 일이야 요새.
Gregor, you old man. You old man, Gregor.
네?
Huh? What do you mean you can't? That right there's the creak and sound of time's ravages sink. Oh, I know Dante's been turning the clock to rewind time, but I feel like my joints are starting to grate. I know what you mean. I definitely don't feel as spry as I used to. Maybe from the pain of repeatedly dying and reviving takes a toll after all. Plus 40% is plus 40%. No pain, no gain. True. Yeah, dying is sure a pain. Now, huh? They got the definition of man trap right, and the words around it seems legit. Fair enough. That's when Honglu flippantly threw out an innocent comment amidst the complaining sinners. Speaking of which, isn't it funny how Don Quixote's totally fine even though she's hundreds of years old? She's got to be the oldest of us by a lot, right? You know, when I first read this, I took this as like oh, Dante's probably just like stunned by the comment, but like what if this is like what if he is hundreds of years old? That can't be right, because Dante is Aeon, obviously. Okay, so it's just awkward. Honglu's unprompted catapulting of such a heavy subject brought up the busy air inside the bus to a sudden, stifling halt. I'm not sure how that's a... Maybe Honglu's autistic and I join him on the spectrum or something, but like, I'm not really sure how that's like a awkward subject. Like, it's true, right? She is hundreds of years old. Like, it's not, we're not talking about like her father or anything. Like, why is that a sensitive subject? I thought we were gonna take some time to actually broach the subject, but you just bulldozed through the whole mess, huh? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing some sort of social cue that's supposed to go on here, but I'm not sure why it's that big of a deal to bring up. I'm not gonna lie. I must have made things awkward. I didn't realize everyone was so sensitive about their age. Yeah, this right here. I didn't realize everyone was so sensitive about their age. never talk about people ages if they're sensitive. Seems like Gregor and Ishmael are sensitive. I don't know why they would be though. I get that Gregor's a little bit on the older side, but like other than that, like Ishmael, she's like in her 20s. I don't quite understand. I'm on Hong Lu about this. I'm like, I didn't realize everyone was so sensitive about their age. That's it's not to concern thyself with. Be not so. Of course, there was also someone who could not care less about the bus's air quality. Oi, Scoot! That's my designated seat you're planting your butt in. I'll whack ya. On the other hand, here's this guy without a care in the world. Almost makes me wonder if he even remembers what just happened. Well, maybe this is your chance to get back at him for treating you so harshly? Don Quixote, I'm sure you can think. I've never seen your eyes sparkle like that before. Getting closer to death and they're scared, I guess. I guess. I am quite fond of the current temperament of our company. Unless bleh, I can't speak. Unless young Heathcliff here suddenly morphs into a villainous scoundrel, I never wish to exact violence upon him. And right now that that's over with, let's all shut up and keep the chin wagged to a minimum. Yeah, seems plenty villainously dickish to me. Heath villain is so great. It's such a hilarious concept. I love these two. These two's dynamic is so funny to me. Anyways, am I the only one thinking that it's about time we got the thing? The thing? Well, you know, the thing that we tried a while ago, but didn't get to enjoy due to some unforeseen issues. Deathmatch. That's funny. Also, well, like, now looking at this after Ryoshu's Kanto, I wish they would have, like, dug in a little bit more to, like, you know, her love for gore and her love for death. Because, like, we got a little bit of that from, like, her, you know, her ring nurse father. But other than that, I don't feel like we really got a lot on, like, why she likes that stuff, you know? From how Kanto 9 painted it, she was very indifferent about it. And I'm not really sure, like, why she would like the stuff, I guess. You know? Am I just crazy? Not that. Don't you remember? We even played volleyball by that big body of water. Contextual clues suggest that he is making a request for a vacation. Yep, absolutely, yep. Let's all go to a spa or something. Relax, get massages to loosen up our muscles some, please. You still have expectations for our employers? Aha! I recall that young Bersault had given me quite the exquisite massage, had he not? I have an astute knowledge of the major muscle groups and nerve structures of the human body. I feel the same after Kanto 9, to be honest. I feel like that there was a missing depth in it, even though the story was well written. I would agree. I would agree. For many weeks following that massage, my body was deprived of any sensory stimulation. That must have been one heck of a massage. Either it was really, really good, or really, really bad. There's no in between in this situation. Thus understood it was the philosophy of Mersault's physical therapy, that most infallible mythology of convalescence from the pain is to remove any and all stimulation, including that of pain. It seems that the time is here. Virgilius. Dude is so done. He's so done. He's like, can I quit this job already? I'm tired of teaching high schoolers, bro. I need to get out of here. Bro is me if I was like 40. I hate to say it, but I personally feel like Kanto 9 was the weakest to me. Again, personal, but I don't feel like it tackled her character well enough. I have to agree with you, Pleasant Lemon. Although I did like the Kanto, it felt very lackluster compared to the rest of them. Yes, I knew that this day would eventually come. The day's here. Why is
갑자기
everyone acting
왜
so
이렇게
serious all of a
긴장해진
sudden?
거예요?
로자 씨의
Rodian's
이야기대로
observation is
시간을
correct.
돌린다는
While
게
turning the clock doesn't
갑자기
indeed turn the
피로를
time,
계속
a certain
누적될
degree
뿐이죠.
of exacerbating fatigue cannot be alleviated.
서로의 상태에
This
대한
necessitates that we
체크가
employ
필요한
certain
것이라
measures to verify the
생각했습니다.
status of each center. What could it possibly be that it needs this much buildup? Oh, you hear the heart pounding? Is that Dante's heart pounding? Like he's nervous? That's kind of cool, actually. Definitely felt like people glazed it too much. I'm pretty vocal about my opinion on Count to 9 on my live streams. I'll get to the putting it into shorts eventually, but hi Zen. If the music was definitely not lacking for Count to 9. True, they did a good job on the music. I will not lie. And hi Shadow, how are you doing? It's good to see you guys.
그 이름하여
In other words,
림버스
it is time for Limbus Company's
침 삼키는
dramatic gulping noise.
장기 검진.
Regular checkup. Okay. Regular checkup?
사실
We did get a
위에서
call from the
연락이 온
higher
건
ups a while
한참
ago,
전이긴 했지.
requesting that we send the sinners
수감자들의
in for
검사
a regular
협조를
checkup.
요청하더군.
하지만 마땅한 때를 고르기 힘들었죠.
But it was repeatedly delayed due to several limiting circumstances on our end.
징그러울
They've been
정도로
obnoxiously
재촉하더군.
hounding us for quite some time.
그때그때
I was starting to get
맞받아치느라
tired of explaining
신물이
our
날
absence.
정도였지.
검사?
Checkup?
뭔
What
검사?
checkup?
그렇게
Don't be
경계할
so
필요
on
없다.
edge, Heathcliff.
히스클리프. 어차피
Such proceedings are regular
보편적인
occurrences at
회사에서는
most
한
corporations.
번씩 거쳐가는 절차니까.
I do like Virgilius' voice a lot. I am the Red Glaze's biggest glazer. If you cannot tell already, I love Virgilius. He's great. Everyone who calls him a fraud is actually out of their minds and is insane and should be put into a mental asylum at End Court. I love Virgilius. He's the best. He's the great. I adore him. And if anybody says bad about him, I will kick you out. In Canto 9, I only don't like that the time blood thing that came from nowhere. Really? Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Li Heng should have been the father. Li Heng should have been the father. You know how funny it would have been? Oh, this level glaze is crazy. Hold on. It's true, but still, that's crazy. You know how funny it would have been to have Li Heng and Ryoshu have a kid together, and then Ryoshu's reaction in Kanto 8 when she gets super mad when she's Li Heng, and her reaction is justified because it's like her divorced husband. And he's just like, hey, how's our kid doing back at the house thing or whatnot? I think that would have been so hilarious if Ryoshu was married and had a child and the father was Li Heng, and the only reason why she was angry at him because he was a deadbeat dad or something. You know, I think that just would have been so funny. Like, I do wish that Alaraya had a actual dad and not this weird like blood continue thing. I feel like that would have been really funny. For me, Li Heng has too much uncle energy in my opinion. I still think it would be really funny for Li Heng to be the father. Anyway, enough of my Glaze of Virgilius and my wishes for Li Heng to be the dad, even though he's not. Let's continue. I've never personally experienced it myself, but it sounds like they're just checking to see how we're doing health-wise. I turned around, getting ready to say, right, Ishmael? Hi, Ricardo. It's good to see you. How are you today? Only to come face to face with Ishmael's shocked expression, frozen onto her face. Well, this is unexpected. I thought Ishmael, with her worldly experiences, would leap onto this opportunity to lecture us all on how things worked outside Limbus Company. Regular checkups are... Oh, you're gearing up to explain what it is. Coolio. Yeah, I got 30 seconds to wrap it up. Ready, set, go. No, not the regular checkup.
로자야.
Miss Ishmael's expression seems to
Miss
suggest
Mayl의
otherwise,
표정이
Miss Rhodia.
그게
I did hear that some fixer offices or associations employ varying methodologies when it comes to regular checkups, depending on their characteristics.
누구 한 명이
Locked
이길
up
때까지
until there's only
영원히
one
나올
left
수 없네.
standing. Locked. Blood on my calling is the only key to escape. What kind of checkup do you have to go through? I feel like that would have been important to cover in Canto 5, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, if she went through something that traumatic, like, I feel like that would have been important to cover. Ishmael wasn't the only one responding with a pale-faced, abject horror at the suggestion. Do you even understand what kind of regular checkup you're getting into?
정기검진이 뭔지 알긴 해.
Gregor's makes sense. Gregor's makes sense because he was a part of a war. I don't understand Ishmael's horror because we never explored that in Canto 5.
어떤 일이
I'm asking if you're prepared to go through the regular checkup, no matter what happens in the process. Are you prepared to endure through everything that...
이 내내 각오가
I'm so confused. I really am. I'm like, I kind of get Gregor's because, you know, he was part of the war and his mom was a terrible person. But even then, I'm kind of like, I feel like this should have been covered in their cantos. What's wrong with this bloke now? Mate's looking all pale. I don't understand why everyone's making such a big deal out of this. I don't think it's that bad. I think we used to have an annual health checkups back at school, too. What kind of checkups? They put us all in the same room, measuring heights, weights, and running some basic fitness tests.
간단한 기초 체력 테스트 같은 걸 했었죠.
But prithee, wherefore do they seek the measures of such characteristics? Must you really ask? A full knowledgeable analysis of each soldier status is indispensable intelligence for officers to have on hand. What soldiers? I was talking about my school. Ishwa was just part of a fixer office, I think, before joining the pre-quad. Hopefully her trauma from that will be covered later in game, even if it's just in conversation. Fair enough. Right, so that don't explain crap about why you need to know that, does it? Why they find it necessary to spray people with those stinking chemicals just to see if someone's got lice in their clothes. Oh yeah, because he went to school too. Bro has the true rage of an American right now. He's the most American Brit you will ever meet. He must have gone through a share of rough checkups too as a kid, I guess. You all keep asking questions with the most obvious answers. In fact, I've been wondering when they test us. Otis confidently marched up to the front of the sinners with an assertive grin, as though she'd been waiting for this very moment. The true purpose of this checkup must be to elect a true authority amongst us. A true authority? But by your parlance, true authority, could it be that you are questioning whom among us is our leader? But I'm standing right here. Dante's like, I'm right here. I humbly request that you avoid plaguing yourself with any unnecessary misunderstandings about my suggestion, Executive Manager. Of course, I must preface this with a declaration that there cannot be an iota of doubt towards Executive Manager Dante's authority. Okay. I don't think I have this level glaze, guys. This is kind of crazy. Okay. But this was not always a topic of great contention amongst us, that which of us is most fit to command the squad of sinners. Again, Dante's right there. Isn't it Ishmael? Or maybe Faust? That's what I thought too. This lack of cohesion is precisely why we always fail to face our enemies as a team. Always scrambling, always underprepared, always taken by surprise. You must always be ready to drop to the ground and give 500 push-ups whenever your superior commands you to do so. Always maintain the willingness to sacrifice your well-being and life for the sake of the glorious victory of your allies. It's all missing. Where is your readiness for self-sacrifice? No one's arguing with you, Otis. Who are you even talking to? Otis is having PTSD flashbacks right now. Definitely not Faust. If she doesn't have her Discord server, she's cooked. True! They kick her from the Discord server and then she's so lonely in life. So to summarize, the regular checkup entails putting us all in a small room and making us fight to the last understanding. Okay, I see how that's a jab, because Ishmael just said the trauma that she had towards that. Oh, this is Kanto is just gonna be the glazening. The glazening is hilarious. Silence fell upon us as Honglu's sucked to its summary. Battle Royale. Of course Ryoshi would be happy for that. I've been looking forward to this. Mersal is forever a best sinner of the month. True. True. They just have his poster up on the best sinner of the month and they haven't moved it from there since. Ugh. Our court flashbacks. I'll give you one hell of a fight. My fist used to be bloody infamous in the back streets. Fine. So that's how we're doing this, huh? I'm ready to roll. Guys, this isn't... Okay, so where are we off to? The Battle Royal... Excuse me. The regular checkup takes place at... The sinner seems to be under some serious misunderstanding about the regular checkup entailed, but Faust had obviously long given up on correcting them. The headquarters. The headquarters you speak of must be the headquarters of Limbus Company. Yes. Oh, we're finally getting to visit the headquarters, huh? A whole year after they hired us. We should be right on time upon immediate departure. This instant, thou sayest? Yet my heart faint prepared. Prithee, allow us some time to prepare our travel provisions. Where's the HQ anyway? Hopefully it's not too far from here. That is a secret. However, I would like to inform you all that it exists in a location inaccessible via Mephistopheles. Oh, come on. How are we supposed to get there if you're not gonna tell us where it is? Inaccessible via Mephistopheles. You're not about to suggest we're aboard the warp trains again, are you? I shan't ever board the warp trains again. Indeed, we will not be boarding a warp train for this journey. So are we taking the back doors or something? Yeah, good point. Let's take them doors instead. A sound suggestion. However, in lieu of insufficient information regarding each door, the destination may hold an element of randomness. Or, due to the variable nature of its activation period, the resultant destination may not reflect our intended end coordinates. Or, an unexpected closure mid-passage through the frame may behove us to bid the company our last farewells and embark on an ultimately journey of no return. Are you sure this is a sound suggestion? Then I'd rather take that bloody train instead. At least we won't remember what happened once it's over and done with. Battle Royale. So, further research was necessary to ensure safe transportation to the intended destinations. Further research? Are you implying that you made modifications to the back door? A close assessment. However, it would be more accurate to say that the back door was merely used as a reference. I won't be satisfied until the sinners experience Lovetown. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe in a Walpurgis thing, but I doubt it. How did you even make time for research? Weren't you doing everything with us this whole time? LCA and Faust established multiple communications with a certain New Wing aspirant company during the spare hours between our travels to garner multiple corporation efforts regarding the stabilization of the back door. Basically, the Discord chat did it for her. A new wing? Are they looking to take over L Corp's vacancy or something? Quite sharp, Gregor, but the direction of your intuition could be improved. This is a company seeking to seize the imminent vacancy of the ever-declining W Corp. W Corp? Is that so? Yeah, it makes sense. Stories of W Corp's decline have been spreading more and more as of late. I'm not surprised that some companies will consider this to be an opportunity. Newspapers also featured the op-eds regarding the possible manager crisis at W Corp, with many of them discussing the mysterious disappearances as well. Is it possible to sleep 800 hours a day if you are a warp train passenger? Maybe. I see. So we've been furtively planning preparing to take over W Corp's position as a wing. But to supplant a wing even before it falls on its own? Now that's certainly peculiar. They must have had something, a scheme, perhaps, in the works, and to ally with such ambitious parties is the headquarters looking to start a war of the wings? Second smoke war! Second smoke war! It's gotta be the second smoke war, right? Right? After Canto 9? Is that the second smoke war? I, at this moment, am not privy to such details. Yeah, because stupid Faust is asking too many questions.
너무 섣부른
Miss
판단은
Otis, we needn't make
금물일세.
predictions,
오티스야.
such rashness.
W사가
Recall that W Corp has been
지속적으로
mirroring the troubles in
내외적인
both internal and
분파를
external,
일으키는
having
것도
fallen to
모자라.
such desperation as to seek
우리에게
assistance of our
도움을
company.
요청했던 과거를 떠올려
The smoke was
본다면
blue! It was blue!
그들이 폭력적인
This is no
일이
wild
일어나기도
presumption to
전에
predict that it shall crumble ere the advent of
어느
such
질
violent
말도 할 것이야.
pandemonium.
어딘가
For indeed,
효율적이지
inefficiencies, the bane of
못한
technology, the
구석이
influence ruination of those that fail to overcome it.
다행히
Our research
이쪽의
efforts,
연구
however, were
결과는
quite efficient and
효율적이었어요.
successful. Its mechanisms are
뒷문과
similar to that of the back door, but eliminates the corridor,
중간 과정을
instead
제외하고
establishing a different connection
문과
from
문은
one
직접
door to
있는
another,
형태의
a
기술인
portal, if you will.
응.
Oh, so you resolved the formidable side effects then.
아니요.
No.
비슷한
Oh
고충을
my
겪었죠.
gosh, Faust, we get it! Move on with your life!
다섯보다는
They both sound equally awful to me. I would not behold mine, the left and right shoes so crudely sundered, forced to be so far apart from our coming up to the headquarters.
이런
Well. All
쓸데없는
this idle
걱정을
chatter of
하는
unnecessary
걸 보니
concerns tells me that
요즘
your bus
버스
life may
생활이
have been
꽤
too
지루했나
uneventful
본데.
lately.
뭐
Looks like the
시간을
research
흘려보내는
arrived when you were
동안
wasting time.
연구 결과께서는
Hold on, she gotta flex a little knowledge she
도착하신
has.
것
True, fair enough. I saw a large and unfamiliar vehicle through the window.
저거야?
Is that vehicle? It's got no
창문도 안
windows
보이고.
though.
시끄럽고
Oh, tiresome.
하찮아.
Ow. Off the bus. Get off my lawn! Kind of response. Gosh, that was... You guys really want me to go through the whole story? You guys really want me to go through the whole story? Oh my goodness gracious. It's taking so long. Vehicle of sorts. Its interior was mostly metallic. Massive door. Get out of my swamp! Virgilius, I guess. True.
여기는
This is...
이 장치의 개발을
Assistance from P
위해서는
Corp. The process of
필사의
developing this
협력도
device was
필요했죠.
indispensable. Wait,
그러면-
that means
세사라군과
in cohorts with young Kessera, are you? Who? Hoy damn! Much did I aspire to regale her with the tale of Contract's glorious completion of mine heroism and bravery. 'Tis quite unfair to thee to meet all of her by her lonesome young Faust.
다음엔
Your concerns will be taken into account next time. Faust seemed relieved. Ah, worry thee not, for thou hast availed the sights of Limbus Company headquarters.
쌤쌤이 하겠네.
Thy... Dawn, what the heck? Have you already played this Intervallo? I have played through it already. There are numerous reasons for which you were not to be allowed into the headquarters, but it would be a fruitless effort to explicate them all. We will not cover the subject here. She's a bodysuit lady that contacted Limbus Company to destroy La Masha. Oh, right. Okay, I see. Still wonder why Verg skill panel similar to enemies, not allied units. Skill panel similar to enemies and not allied units. What do you mean by that, Shadow? Yeah, glad to hear we're not sitting through another lecture. Yeah, for real.
말씀드리자면 저희 부서 특성상 도시관이
Okay.
그래도
Why did you say all that if you were gonna explain anyway? Wait, more
그건
importantly,
그렇다 치고
what's that about collaborating with P
P4와의
Corp?
협력은 왜 필요했다는 것이지?
Bro, it's literally set up for the second smoke war, and we're responsible for it. We're actually responsible for this war. Boy, here we go again. P Corp singularity can be summarized by the following four words: expansive space warping technology.
그러고 보니
Oh, right. Didn't you say that Miss Cesara told you something about how the principle of P Corp singularity is a lot like how La Mancha Land works? I'm pretty sure that's how it is with all allies that you don't control, like Shishun. Yeah, I think so. Right, La Mancha Land was much larger on the inside than it looked from the outside. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to ask. Don't other wings already make liberal use of different kinds of space-expanding singularities? It's, how should I put this? Isn't it a bit too mundane of the city tech for P Corp to call space manipulation its unique thing?
그건
That was quite the intelligent question.
좋겠네.
Compliments! How nice! Ishmael is correct in suggesting the technology to expand as a given space is a commonly employed technology by other wings as well. An example of one such invention of making use of the space expansion. Bleh.
P사의 특이점은 아닌 것처럼요. P사만이 가지고 있는 공간 확장 기술의 최종 목표는 세상에서 가장 안전한 곳을 만드는 것.
Is to create the safest place in the world. This is actually really funny because Dremmy's main character in our TTRPG, Jatu, is from P Corp, and before we learned this, Dremmy had it to where P Corp was trying to go to be the safest place in the world. Like, they worked on protection stuff, they worked on like force fields, like things to keep people safe. And he did all of that to before we actually learned that that was actually P Corp's real thing, which is really funny because a lot of things that we have made for our TTRPG end up eventually getting added to Limbus. I swear there's a sleeper agent in our Discord server giving all of our ideas to Project Moon.
외부에서 가해지는
A
어떠한
perfectly protected
충격으로도
construct.
건물이 무너지거나 그 안에 손상될 일은 없도록 완벽하게 지켜줄 수 있는 곳을 말이죠.
Neat.
따라서 자본이
Therefore,
많이
it's more
투입된
expensive.
P사 기술일수록
The more expensive the P Corp product is, the safer its interiors from damaging outside conditions such as
내부는
extreme
완벽하게
pressure or
지켜낼
shock.
수 있습니다. 마치 다른
Perhaps the
차원의
way in which the
공간처럼
interior is completely insulated from the outside is comparable to the full disconnect from the outside world by sheltering it in a separate dimension.
그래서 차량의 외부는
In
P사의
conclusion,
특이점을
bro, she's
활용하여
writing a whole
공간을
essay, bro.
이동하는 동안 그 어떤 충격에도 보호를 할 수 있게 되었습니다.
Don't dimensional tracks or containers also transport things to other dimensions? Sink, why are you freezing up all of a sudden?
학교 다닐 때
There was this creepy story that used to circulate among kids back when I was in school.
제작진
Here's how it
직원이
goes. So,
집에
Divya
택배를
Association
운송해줬는데
employee makes a delivery to a
아주
house
잠깐
and then
한
looks
몇
away
번
for a
사이에
second.
호기심이 많은
And the
어떤
curious
아이가
kid crawls into the courier
딜리버리
trunk
캐리어
and...
안에 들어갔다가
I'm gonna stop the story here. Look, the story kept me
때문에
up at
일주일
night for a
동안
whole
잠을
week,
못
okay?
잤어요.
I couldn't stop having nightmares about the scenario where...
꿈에서 그 장면이 계속 나오는 바람에
Good voice actor from Sinclair, though.
에이, 아이, 괴담은 그냥 괴담일 뿐이겠지.
It kind of sounded like that he said, hey, come on in English. Do you guys remember the line from Valicina that was just direct English? Do you guys remember that from Canto 9, or was I crazy? Because I remember distinctly that there was a full line in English from Valicina in Canto 9 that it, like, made me, like, whiplash. Not necessarily.
유감스럽지만 싱클레어 씨의 일주일간의 악몽
An
속에는
accurate retelling of a true
아마도 전부
story.
사실일
Oh.
것입니다. 그 사건 이후
Several regulations were added to the Hana and Divya Association rules to prevent cases of people being stored in dimensional
하나
containers.
협회와 제바치 협회에 각종 규약이 추가되었죠.
어찌 보면
From a certain perspective,
W사에서 행하였던
maybe said the warp
워프
technology employed by
기술과
W Corp shares a
비슷한
degree of
성격과
similitude.
다른 차원으로 보내되 포장을 보다 안전하게 하여 사람을 온전하게 이동시키는 기술이니 말이오.
맥락은
Okay,
상관없다고
why
볼수
are we?
있죠.
We're just explaining this. I maybe I'm finding this boring because it's like I've already been through this. I'm like, okay, I know this. Let's go.
아무튼 이 이동 장치만 있으면 언제든지 본사로 갈 수 있다는 거지?
상부와의
This will
소통과
certainly
공급이
make the
용이해지고
logistics of communication and supply much more convenient. One question, however, how does the company plan to move this instrument? As I expect that would be much trouble on its own. Had that detail had been hashed out yet? House Kanto will be called the ever-yapping, true,
아니요.
no.
대신 P사의
In order to
기술과
establish more tangible level of
신생
communication with
W사의
Limbus
기술을
Company
활용하여
headquarters,
만든
an effective means of
효율적인
transportation such as
이동장치,
vehicle will be installed in the nest
도시각
across the
통지에
city.
점진적으로 배치할 예정입니다.
They're literally just becoming Lob Corp again.
림버스 컴퍼니
In
본사와
summary, an efficient means of transportation such as vehicle here, developed using P Corp, an aspirant of W Corp's technology, will gradually be installed at various points across the city.
모든
In every
둥지예요?
nest?
그럴 리가.
Of course
아직은
not. The
테스트를
technology
가동하는
is still
중
experimental.
실험
It is
모델이다.
astronomically
가격도
expensive to install and
어마어마하다는
operate.
소리지.
Regilius gave us a firm clarification. It would be funny if Ring Faust caught her sword Faustia. That would be funny. Activating now. Where is the gate over yonder shuttering so?
연결된 에너지가
Energy is now
저
linked.
문으로
Are
모여들고
rerouting
있구려.
toward that gate.
앞장서죠.
Entering now. With fully open, Faust made their way inside, just so it was like any other door. They could have had like these background doors open, I guess. There's a bizarre and incomprehensible noise of machines, coupled with a low drawing noise. Virgilius' voice gave me whiplash, never realized how nice it is. That's what I'm saying, bro! That's what I'm saying! His voice is so nice to listen to. Like, I really like his voice, and whoever voice acted him really had a great... They hired the right guy for it. That's all I'll say.
네, 도착 림버스 컴퍼니의 본사에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
This place is teeming with people distress of all sorts. This is a long story. Oh my goodness.
LC 부서의 층입니다.
LCE?
언젠가는 당당하게 본사 정문으로도 들어갈 날이 왔으면 좋겠네.
About time it's over. Jeez. Okay. I really hope not to stream for like too many hours on this. Oh, yay, combat. Let me hit something. Oh, wait, no, I totally forgot that like this Kanto has like the big guys of these. I hate my life.
숨어들기 나쁘지 않군.
They hire best guy for Dante's voice. This is crazy. Ah, yes, the beef between these two. The silence speaks for itself. Right. Are we waiting for something to happen, or are we all suddenly unfamiliar with the concept of introducing ourselves? Given that no one appears to be willing to introduce me, allow me the liberty of self-introduction. My name is Honnenheim, the chief researcher of this company.
정확히는
To be precise, he is the chief researcher of the LCE department. To be more precise, I am the chief researcher responsible for the entirety of Limbus Company.
더욱
To
정확하게
be even more
말씀드리자면
precise, the only reason he retains that role is because Yisang and I have been excluded from the research personnel files due to our statuses as sinners.
누군가는 남아서
Someone must
연구를
stay
해야
behind to
하니까요.
continue the research after all.
그러니까
Aha! So you two are friends? Honglu misreading the situation so badly will never not be funny to me. Oh, Halahan, you love him so much, and you especially love Faust and his petty rivalry. It is quite humorous, isn't it?
관계에 대한 정의를 할
It seems
생각은
entirely
없지만
unnecessary
그렇게
to
해야
establish
한다면
a label on this relationship. It
원치는
could be said that we are
않지만
acquaintances
흐지못하게
who routinely and
정기적인 연락을
unwillingly
주고받아야
maintain a
하는
regular
사이라고
level of
할수 있을 것
communication with
같군요.
one another.
아,
I am in agreement for the first time since we were acquainted.
듣자하니
I hear that our department has reached out several times to yours to remind you of this regular checkup.
이미 아시는
The
줄
nature of the
알았습니다만
LCB department necessitates that we are constantly on the move from one desk to another, which makes it rather difficult for us to give you an
연락이
immediate
바로
reply.
만큼
I would have
여유로운
expected
상태가
someone like you to
아니었죠.
already be well aware of this obvious detail. Dude, they're jabbing at each other. They're jabbing at each other, bro. I love the Faust, Holoheim, Cat Dog, intellectual fights. True. Hi, Kotus. Welcome. It's good to see you. Hello, tomorrow you may be able to put the question of Hong Yuan to its final rest. What do you mean?
그래, 알고 있었지.
Yes, I was very well aware. I'm also quite aware of the fact that your department has been giving us that same reply over and over again like an answering machine. So those egg prices, am I right? And this must be Dante, the executive manager of Limbus Company Sinners. I'd like to say hi, nice to meet you, but I don't suppose he can hear what I'm saying.
관리자님께서
The
반갑다고
manager
말씀.
extends their greetings. Charmed. It is grueling and arduous work to be in a position of leadership, especially when communication issues come into play. The jab, bro.
우리 부서의 연구원들과도
Sometimes I
이야기하다
cannot
보면
help but wonder if my
같은
researchers
언어를
and I are
사용하는
even
것이
speaking the
맞는지
same
의심이 들 때가
language.
있거든.
So I do commiserate.
그런데 조금 특이하다.
How odd. Our clothes
이전에
are.
혹시
아,
Ah, yes.
소개해주지.
Allow me to introduce you all to
각각
Martin and
맡은 거
Alyssa,
알릴 사람.
two of the few researchers
여담되는
directly in my
예시와
command.
연구원
환상체로부터 추출한
Are
건가요?
they wearing gear extracted
하지만
from abnormalities?
어떡해.
But how?
알아봐줘서
Happy to
기쁘다.
have someone who recognizes them.
구 엘사의
Are they like gear
상징인가요?
scavenged from former L Corp?
부분적으로는
While there are
유사한 양상이
partial
포착되지만
similarities to the gears, enough
완전히
differences are
동일한
present to
개체는
distinguish them.
아닌 것이다. 그래. 림버스 컴퍼니만의 방식으로 추출하려 했네.
Indeed, we attempted our own brand of extractions. Successfully, I might add.
림버스 컴퍼니
While the
식으로
news of production of ego gear and Limbus Cell was already received, this is the very first time they are observed in person.
그렇다는 건
So you must have abnormalities contained in this facility. So that's why I've been sensing abnormalities in here. Huh. But I'm sensing distortions in Pekatula too.
네.
Indeed, as they are containment and research subjects for LCE department as well.
연구 대상입니다.
Dude, imagine just kidnapping someone who had a mental breakdown and then you take them here to experiment on them. Like, that sounds like a horrible fate. They would never undistort from that. Faust closely observed the ego gear Hohenheim was wearing like an exceptionally harsh judge in a fashion contest.
마감이 살짝 흐트러진
Apart from
것을
the few
제외하고는
imperfections in the finish, the level of
전반적인
ego
에고
extraction
추출
visual here
완성도는
is quite
나쁘지 않군요.
acceptable.
소감
Input
고맙고.
appreciated.
이걸 멀쩡하게
This is the
추출하기
product of
위해
the thousands of
천번의
repeated
반복
experiments and
실패가 있었지.
subsequent failures that have been meticulously conducted and studied over to extract it with an acceptable amount of stability. Oh gosh, we get it! Let's get on with
하지만
it.
결국 내가 해냈네.
But at the end of
언제나
the day,
그렇게.
I did like it. Like I always do.
당신 직원들이
You
뒤에서
did
많이
it?
듣고
Are you
있는데
sure you want to take all the credit for when your team is standing right behind you? We're used to it. Oh, piss off. I'm going mad surrounded by these self-absorbed twats. For real, Heathcliff. I literally just said that a second ago. I was like, let's get on with it already. Sounds like a normal thing for the city, fair. Bro, Heathcliff and I are on the same wavelength. I'm like, let's just get on with it. I'm just about to ready to get violent on some poor bastard. Let's get on it with the checkup so we can get back to the bus, yeah? Bro, Heathcliff and I are on the same page, same wavelength.
이쪽도 그렇게
I
하고
feel the
싶은
very
마음이
same
굴뚝
urgency
같네.
you express.
입사 일에
There's
처음으로 하는
much we
단체
must cover,
검진이다 보니
regrettably.
밀려있는
Given
게
that it's the first
한두
ever
개가
regular
아니야.
checkup performed as a group ever since your employment.
파우스트도
Faust also
이곳에서
does not wish to
시간을
pass more
무의미하게
time without
지나가게 하고 싶진
sustenance.
않네요.
Let us begin.
그럼
Very well.
첫 번째
Our first test shall
순서는
be to assess your abilities in response to
위기 대응
emergency
테스트.
situations. Wait, he just pressed something. Emergency situations? The walls of the laboratory suddenly started separating and sliding into place. When it settled, I realized that it had locked the sinners away in some kind of hold, isolating them from me, Virgilius, and Charon.
이건 그냥
What the
기습이
hell?
아닌가요?
This is just an ambush!
그야
Yes, it is.
기습지의
The purpose of this
행동
test is to
방식과
measure your
대처
behaviors and
능력을
response in
파악하는
case of a
테스트니까
surprise attack. So ambush it is. Was this discussed beforehand, Virgilius?
다급해
You look
보이는군요,
anxious, Dante. Well, I suppose you weren't lit on this either.
예상을
I
못했다는
wasn't,
건
for your information.
당신이나 나나
Oh,
마찬가지겠지.
we get to see Virgilius kick Sancho's butt in this intervallo. Yes. I'm excited.
이럴 땐
Just go with their
저들
flow,
의도에
Dante.
맞게
So it goes would be an apt
그런가 보다.
response.
라고
It's time for the battle royale among sinners. True. I'll find a room
가루가
somewhere where
어디
Kara and I might sit down and
사무실에서
enjoy some nice tea.
차라도
Come
한
find
잔
me with
마시고
Faust once
있을
this is over.
테니.
타론,
Karen wants cake
케이크도
too.
같이 먹고 싶어.
Oh,
저번에
hey,
축하
we've got some
파티하고 남은
leftover
게
cake from
있을
our
거예요.
last office party.
이쪽으로
Come
오시죠.
this way, please. An employee appeared that led Virgilius and Charon away to a nearby office room. Okay, so this regular checkup, huh? Let's get this done. Oh boy, what did you guys think of this intervallo? I thought it was fine, but I was like, meh,
관리자가
at
유사시
best.
동일이었을 때를 상정한 평가일세. 진지하게 임하게.
목을 콱 물어버리자고.
지 목을 떨궈주마.
Good, well done.
튀울 수도 없겠구나.
Honestly, Hungry Sancho is the hardest enemy Verg faced in the game. Yeah, for real. Alright. And even still, Virgilius kicked her butt. I guess that's what it means to be a color, you know?
이 거리면 충분해. 너한텐 조금 멀겠지만.
Okay. Win rate. Actually, maybe let's deviate from win rate just a little bit.
흑수묘, 뜀박질 춤.
He is a blood fiend, so his ego doesn't really do good against her, I guess. That's true, because, like, his ego is just blood. But even then, if, like, Virgilius was at an initial disadvantage, like, he took care of Sancho pretty swiftly. Oh, they're doing the thing again. Guys, it's really not that hard of a concept.
시비수에게 명한다. 이 앞에 숨쉬는
Good.
누구 하나 살게 보내지 마라.
하나 넘고 둘 넘고 꺾고 제철.
넌
Good.
수염을
Well done, well done, well done. If I have to fight him another round. Okay. Thanks, Rodeo. I was about to crash out. However, I still think that Rochi was the hardest for him, especially with the green coins. That's true. I do think he put a much bigger fight than... Like Gregor was made to take down, like, the wings, if I remember correctly. So, no wonder why he was actually, like, you know... I don't know. Like, able to go against color fixers, you know?
막아내지 못하리.
토끼를 보낸다. 넌 푸름을 저 해충들을 도려내라.
무용하군요. 이제 깨우치시.
I think they'll get Gregor back down to normal.
길을 열어. 넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
숨통 끊기.
Nice. Alright, I keep forgetting that there's like multiple waves of these things. It really just is filler fights at this point.
불가 위야. 막아내지 못하리.
친히 목을 떨궈주마.
Okay. Alright. Good. I'm not really looking forward to fighting the other guys because they got a lot of HP on them. Good. Alright. Is there one that has, like... I don't really want to waste a whole attack on the guy, but, like... Do I got a different choice? Probably not.
불가 위야. 막아내지 못하리.
Kill him, Faust.
틈을 끊어. 바로 무용하군요.
Oh, you almost did it! You almost did it! How long is Limbus as a game? It is quite a few hours, actually. I think, like, my streams alone add up to, like, maybe 20 hours, and that's only, like, Kanto 7, 8, and 9. You have Kanto 1 through 6, so I would say it's got quite a bit, of hours on it. Like, maybe...
주의 없이 진행하면 어렵겠고.
70?
관리자.
If you're also including mirror dungeons, it might be like 70 plus hours of gameplay. I don't know, I personally have 600 hours on this game. I've attained the score most perfect. To be surpassed by Miss Don Quixote in a contest of knowledge. Must I delve further into my studies? They sang, but they were testing our Fixer Association knowledge, huh? That's a lot of hours. It is a lot of hours. It's a pretty... But it's like, it's all story. So I do recommend it if you do want to try it. Come join the Limbus cult. Join the Limbus cult. In the end, Gregor will become some... To approach Saint is crazy. Totally. Honestly, she's got more enough Fixer fixation for the entire bus. All kinds of general knowledge, trivia quizzes.
새로운 사람을 만났을
What's the first thing you
때
focus
어떤
on
걸
when
먼저
meeting a new
주목하시나요?
person? The look in their eyes, how strong they look. Bloody hell, this ain't easy. It's pretty long, and by the time building your characters and waiting for your Enka to replenish can weigh up to a lot as well, but it's totally worth it. You might enjoy Persona 5. It's a very long game though, but the story and combat is pretty engaging throughout when I was playing. I've heard things about Persona 5. I'm not sure whether or not to try it. I have the game in my library, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Tell you what, if someone donates $50 right now, I will do Persona 5 as my next stream. Please don't donate that much money for that. Your leadership style is strong, decisive, and goal-oriented. You are Mersault? We were finally allowed a quick break after going through all kinds of mysterious, strange personality tests as well. Next, basic fitness test for all sinners. We can finally get started on the real meat of this checkup. Wait, then what were all the tests running on us? They were conducted in order to collect various data that the LCE department has been missing. In other words, we capitalized on this opportunity to fulfill our private curiosities. Still, I'd say it was very productive. We now know a lot about you guys that will help us support the LCB going forward. Alright, we're gonna go over some tests that would be conducted in groups first. Please form a line here. What, like this? This is so funny. Yisei just holding his breath while Faust is way too close to him, and then Don Quixote is like, "What the heck's going on?" As Ryoshi's about to light her hair on fire. And the fact that these two have to stand next to each other must be so annoying for them. They're like, "Oh, I have to stand next to this bloke. Are you kidding me?" My friend told me Sunday that they placed Persona 5 only as a dating sim. I can't blame. That's insane. That's insane. I don't want no dating sim. That's crazy. These guys look like they've already been through stuff like this, so they're just chilling. Oh, they got all the new jackets though. Let's get this over with. Looks like we've got a long day ahead of us. Oh, these are some comfy clothes you've given us. Right? I could totally see myself wearing these to sleep. Alright, remember that they added this line in because Project Moon was actually selling these jackets, and this was like part of their promo for them? That's hilarious. To sleep? They are LCE property, so you better return them as soon as we're done here. Gotcha. By the way, can you take a look at my wrist here before we actually get started? I've been feeling a bit of soreness there, but Dante won't turn the clock just for me, you know? Turning of the clock for such trivialities may cause the formulation of an unfavorable habit. Perhaps Mersault can remedy your pain. I'm always prepared to administer necessary aid should you request it. Actually, you know what? I'm totally fine now. Don't you worry. Please stand still. If you think I can't see some of you on your tiptoes, you'd be very wrong. Heels on the ground, please. But my heels are on the ground. Poor Sinclair. He's just so short. Fee. And can you stuff out your cigarette before the test begins? Oh, this one isn't lit. It's just there so I can look cool. And what about... well, let's Graham. Okay, so the basic group tests are complete. Seemed to have forgotten something quite important I had to establish prior to beginning of the test in earnest. I need an assistant. An assistant? I need an assistant to help me smooth out the testing procedures. Oh, you got two of them already, right behind you, if you need directions. Oh, Raiden House of Spiders was just promo for K-Corp Ampules, and Verg rejected to participate in it. Virgilius was like, nah, I got this in a bag. I'm too cool for this. No, we're not Mr. Hullheim's assistants. We're specifically assistant researchers. Yes, of course. There is much that distinguishes these two occupations. I would like for one of you to be my assistant for the duration of this checkup. Rhodia suddenly raised her hand. I wasn't planning on asking for volunteers, but now that you've raised your hand, I'll give you the floor. Don't ask me to do it. It's just not my vibes, you know? I'll take the researcher job, though. I'm a big fan of her style. K-Corp Song Center Canto 9. True! True! Rhodia trailed off, greedily caressing the clothes of one of the researchers. What are you doing? I didn't really have you in mind anyway, but duly noted nonetheless. I would also like to refuse your nomination. Of course, Faust.
통상적으로
The
저자의
position of
실수라는
an
것은
assistant to Hohenheim
호hen하임이라는
implies that said
선임
assistants when it
연구원보다
comes to skill
부족한
inferior to
실력을
the person they are
갖췄다는 걸
assisting.
의미하는 것일 뿐.
역시나 뽑아줄 사람은 생각도
Faust,
안
your
했지만
pride is getting in the way.
오늘한 의사에는 다시
Again,
감사를
I didn't have
표하지.
you in mind either. But your passionate expression of intent is nonetheless appreciated. One who came up with a brilliant idea of putting two smart crafts together to waste time pointing at each other's minor mistakes. If I were to talk about myself, I want to open up saying that I was a class vice president in school, a diligent model student who assiduously facilitated in the task of class president, and what's with everyone getting so anxious to get picked here? Don't you fellas actually want to be assistants? Getting in front of the center of things is just bothersome, you know? I kind of felt like I had to apply for the position for some reason.
자, 결정했네.
Well, the decision has already been made. Do note that selection criteria is fully based on my very subjective opinion.
거기 주황머리
You
수감자.
there, orange-haired sinner. Ishmael almost threw me to the ground as she confidently strode up in front of the line. Bro just shoved Dante out of the way to be like, yep, that's me. Oof. Greetings, Mr. Hanaheim. As you must be aware if you've taken a look at my documents, I've rarely let anyone down during my various tenures of offices and associations. You'll have nothing to worry as long as I'm by your side. Also, can I add the experience to my resume that if I ever get the chance to submit a transfer request to work at the headquarters? Hanaheim's gonna tell her to step aside for Heathcliff, isn't she? Didn't know you were still holding on to that rope. Hope. Rope. Same thing. I called on you to ask you to move because you were standing in front of the center I
자네가 너무 앞에
chose.
나와 있어서 보이질 않았거든.
Yep, there it is. Everyone turned around to look at Heathcliff, who was absent-mindedly scratching at the bridge of his nose. Why I feel like Limbus will get some One Piece time skip thing is at some point, then everyone will just see Yu, Shin, and Monk. Yeah, the power creep is too real on this one. Have you seen the new units coming out? Like, we're never going back. Huh? Me?
나?
Duh? It seemed that Ishmael was even more shocked than Heathcliff was. Wait, what? Why? I'm right here. Why would you pick someone like... It is a common misconception among many researchers to assume that the higher level of education and the more elaborate the resume, the better candidate one makes for a research project participant. But that's just a common sense, isn't it? At least when it comes to research. However, were you aware of the most great discoveries are made from the potent mix of spontaneity and intuition? A perfect descriptor for our friend here, I would say. I fear how N-Corp Faust would react to Clanker Faust. Not well. Not well at all. That's probably why there's quite a few Clanker Faust, and so they're all probably like, can we kick N-Corp Faust, please? What say you, Heathcliff? I believe that this aggressive and passionate approach of yours gives you more than sufficient qualification to command and lead them in my stead. The voice actor must have had so much fun with that one.
그런가?
He replied, scratching his head. Be honest now, you saying. Yeah, we're kind of looking forward to getting picked, weren't you? It is but fate that things were once good in the eyes of the mainstream that are to be made less desirable with the passage of time. Poor buddy. It's okay. It's okay, you saying. You're still our favorite researcher anyway. And when no one does indeed fall out of favor, the nostalgia of the bygone days. Bygone days! Bygone days reference! Must rightly excuse themselves to the realm of memories and past. Yusei replied with a particularly downcast look. And then Matthias, what the heck is that Shin thing? For some losers, I have my endless grit. See, like, you, my opponent, have Shin and Monk, but I have human spite, and I will take you down with it. I'm glad to have you on board as my new assistant. Righty ho, so, what have I gotta do now? Nothing too complicated. You only need to deliberately express your free spirit, just as you are now. Now I see what he's doing. Hodenheim sure knows which one of the group to coax to make things go over smoothly. Martin whispered quietly at me in a voice that only I could hear. Gosh, these stories are long. I really forgot how long that was.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다. 의의를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니 내일은 더 떳떳이
okay.
살아갈 수 있겠군요.
There's more. Come on, guys. I'm gonna be so for real. I really don't want to read through this again. I absolutely adore Heathcliff's and Hodenheim's relationship dynamic. Right, you there, get in line, single file, lads. Let's make this easy for all of us. You can skip, don't worry. Oh, great. Aren't you also participating in the test like the rest of us, Heathcliff? Yeah, but I'm the assistant. Since when were you wearing glasses? Oh gosh, it's gone to his head. It's gone to his head. Glasses are okay. I really don't want to hear y'all yap. What's this over my head? I'm bored. Can you not be a gacha addict for just 5 minutes? No. Limbus OGs know that reference. Okay. This just kind of gives us the oh, no. No! Maybe... Do I have good ideas for you guys to work together? Is it really only Rupture that I have you guys on a team together? Poise would be funny. And let's just do Rupture, I guess. Alright. The only other dialogue I want to see is after the Sancho fight. Do you know their names? Wait, they are fighting Wrath? Hong Lu is fighting Wrath. Why? I understand Sinclair, but Hong Lu? Where in his canto was Wrath? Someone enlighten me on the subject, please. That failed to even the sort. They had 2 skill issues in a row that they could have become anything important. He got that rather than him. Bro is a smile and nothing else. There's no wrath in this man. There's no anger in this man. So sad researchers became that I don't want to live squad. Yeah, true. Right, I have a question. Something's been nagging me this whole time since I arrived. Aren't these tests basically just us killing people for no reason? They're all safely contained, which means that they don't pose any danger to anyone. Why is he being such a blatant hard all of a sudden? Oi, we've been slaughtering countless scores of these saws, so what's the holdup now? Yeah, but we didn't have a choice back then because we were on a mission, and... Do you believe that taking a life is unlike taking a life for the sake of it? To live is taking... I do. I understand. It seems that human memories, after all, made to be finite, save for a few exceptional individuals. People are prone to misplacing memories even from yesterday. So who are they, Dante? Who do you believe they are? This group you lead. Given the expected communication difficulties between us, allow me to make this multiple choice. Family 1, family 2, friends 3, colleagues. That's insane. You have to dumb it down for our manager? That's rude on a different level. Oh. This is interesting. Because, you know, Dante always talks to the sinners as if they're, like, family, right? Hi, Void. Welcome. It's good to see you. I hope you were doing well. Like, Dante talks to them as if they're family. He's like, you know, if they're always willing to try to be better, I'm going to support them kind of thing, is what he said in Canto 7. But here, we see that he only views the sinners as colleagues. And I wonder, like, if that comes up to, like, you know, guys, hear me out. If Dante is Ayan, this means that he doesn't see them any more than colleagues. Even if colleagues. Like, maybe he doesn't see them as friends or family. Like, they're just... people that he works with. That would really fit into the Dante is Ayan theory. I'm just saying.
3번 동료라고 하시네요.
Honglu was practically squished against a containment unit window, holding up 3 of his fingers. He must have heard us talking.
틀렸네.
Incorrect.
거기에 없는
It's none of the
정답
above.
문제였거든. 정답은 그
The truth is that they were
무엇에도 해당 사항이
sinners,
되지
not
않는
family, not friends, not
수감자들이라는
colleagues. Prisoners. Hold up, let that bro cook, true.
그런 건 알고 있어요.
Let me cook, guys. Let me cook. Let me cook. Dante is Ayan. I have said it before and I will say it again. Dante is Ayan, and I'm very adamant about that theory. There's way too many ties into Lobotomy Corporation for Dante to not have some relation to it. That or like he's like Benjamin or something. I don't know. I've actually never really played LobCorp, to be honest.
단순히 알고 있는 것과 받아들이고 있는 것은 다른 문제라네. 먹고 살만해지고 여유가 생겨지는 순간
Okay, just get to the raft thing.
수감된 자들은 사슬과 족쇄에
Still feathered by the chains of shackles, they have no access to things such as the right to refuse. Or would it be easier for you to accept the fact that I was suggested you consider this but a mere extension of your responsibilities? Let her cook. I'm burning the food, guys. I don't really want to think that Dante is Ayan. Let our A sleep next to his yandere girlfriend cookie stuff. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Carmen is not sleeping. Carmen has way too much ties into the IDs that we've been doing, into our distortions, and Dante's working exactly like against it. Like, Carmen is too involved for Ayan to sleep in peace. It makes sense as it would directly connect the Sinner team to the past games. Yep, exactly. Exactly. I know they're sinners, but you can't talk to them like... translations are unnecessary. I get the picture of what was said, given the atmosphere of this room. Dante, when you agreed to the contract, you must have made a deal of sorts to gain something to your benefit. Am I correct? Your memories, your head, and your past. He's Ayan. Bro's Ayan. Bro is Ayan. I kid you not! Nothing but the end of the game can change my mind on this. Carmen is pretty much involved in everything, and so is Dante. Dante is also involved in anything. Why would Ayan just be dead and have Carmen not be involved in literally everything just this random guy was doing? There must be so much that you would like to know, and perhaps your desire to get them back is what stops you from simply quitting. No, bro, write him like a book. Like the Dante's Inferno book. What I mean to say is that with little demonstration aside, no one in this room has any right to grumble or refuse. Faust, is he usually? Yes, this is his usual demeanor. Hello, I don't want to talk, but you don't exactly have a lot of friends, do you? Those who rise above their peers tend to attract a certain degree of hostility from others. Now shall we begin? We are severely behind schedule.
전투가 진행되는 동안 다른 수감자들은 이 대부분의 평균 지식 수준에 맞게 준비하였으니 Maybe consider knowledge level to be below average is crazy, Hanaheim. I can understand what you're saying. Do I have the attention span for it? For your dumb voice, I do not. No, I do not. All this material seems quite elementary to me. Not sure what's so too difficult about this. Yeah, save that for when the lecture actually starts. High stage with 3 so far, at least. Still wonder why Shishun-ish has a straight Carmen screamer in her uptie story. Yeah, it's true. I'm a huge Dante fan, so I'm quite literally distorting while hyper-analyzing the breadcrumbs that we are receiving of their identity. True! I mean, Carmen is cooking and Ayan is just watching a movie for me. Sharp. Well, it's simple. We wish to have a habit of avoiding absolutes in all things. Okay, get to it. Wrath, here we go. Fire is to burn and burn until there is nothing left to be burned. I see, they're quite literally burning with rage. Now that I think about it, didn't you express something like that before, Sinclair? Or were you screaming so fiercely that you could hardly control your own body? About that. On the other hand, I don't think I've ever seen you get so angry or upset, Honglu. Yeah, he didn't get upset at his Kanto either. That's because the realization of meaninglessness extinguishes the reason from the spark to start the fire. I feel like the sloth now. My how much Clifford Miss Otis bullying me. Expressing my anger that is meaningless at the end of the day. Okay, I did enjoy it a little bit when I had to accidentally step on Heathcliff's toes, but... what exactly is the takeaway supposed to be here? I
I still don't really feel like that ties into Honglu's story, though. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, look, I don't think Wrath is a thing that Honglu has. He doesn't have any egos of Wrath. He doesn't have any of his skill sets as Wrath. I don't really understand, to be honest. I think it's because in the mirror world it is so unlikely that even Carmen is crashing out. My little American fish is not Chinese. True. True. Carmen is like, what the hell is this abomination?
넌 풀음을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 친히 목을 떨궈주마. 넌 풀음을 틔울 수도 없겠구나. 고작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나. 넌
Okay, they're sweeping through this just fine. Nice.
다음은 어디로?
I mean, I guess Ishmael kind of fits sort of personality-wise, but other than that, like... Okay, here's one thing that I probably won't forgive Project Moon for. There are 12 highest show packs. And there are 12 sinners. Each sinner could have had an individual high show pack. But they didn't do that. Also, they have a horse. Like, they have a horse high show pack, and they didn't give it to Otis. They have a horse high show pack, and they didn't give it to the one person that's from the Odyssey and the Trojan War. I'm still upset about that. I need my horse Otis high show ID. Yeah, like I will forever be upset about that. Like you had one job. Or like it makes sense, like it would have made sense for like Honglu to be the dragon, right? Because he's the head of all of them. So like Honglu being the dragon makes sense. Oh, this should have been the horse. Oh, this should have just been the horse. We might need to take matters into our own hands and remake the highest show packs. Yeah, for real. Like everything else is like fine, but the fact that they gave Yi Sang the horse and not Otis is insane to me. All right, forgot about these guys. They exist. Right, these are the guys that we fought in Kanto 6. Let's see, what other... There's also like, we got the rooster. I actually don't know all of the, like the rat. Oh, this is also possible. Yeah, true, but they didn't really give us rats either. I feel like the horse is fitting because of the Trojan horse. Not gonna lie, Yising doesn't really fit a horse for me. Anything but a horse. Yeah. I think it's because Yiseng has relation to Wei, and Wei is a horse, but still. Like, you have 12 Chinese zodiac things. Wow, they really demolished that thing. Good job, guys. Like, they have 12 high show packs, and they have 12 sitters. You just give one to each. It's not that hard! Good job, Hagu. Directionless sloth. Okay, so if you've seen my latest video, we've already done the definition of... We've already done the definition of sloth in that one, where I actually voiced Hanenheim. I don't really want to read. So, yeah. You could go watch my new video on Limbus if you want to see that. Win rate!
어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
So Sloth for Faust, which makes sense because they're unmoving until someone comes to get them. Then Mersault, which also makes sense. Gregor, I feel like I guess I can see it for Gregor. I mean, it is his ego, but I guess it makes sense. I'm surprised that like Yi Sang wasn't put into Sloth. Because he was directionless, unmoving, and until someone else came along. Like, but they didn't put him into this group. I'm not sure if I saw like 3 Rooster high shows when I used a rental team, but I know, yes. Sinclair has the Rooster, and Heathcliff has the Rooster. Yeah, but they didn't put him into the Sloth group. They didn't put Yi Sang into the Sloth group. They just don't think about all 12 packs and throw them at us in one canto, I guess. They don't want to think. I don't want to read almost every Limbus fan true. Bruh, so 2 roosters. We got 2 roosters, 2 snakes, 3 bunnies. We got 3 bunnies. Or hares, I guess, is what they're technically called. We got 3 hares, 2 snakes, 2 roosters, a horse, and a goat. And then whatever Honglu is. Where's the rest of the Chinese zodiacs? That's what I'm saying. Is that there were 12 of them. They could have like expanded on each of them and had like a super cool unique team of each different kind. And they didn't do that. Yeah, I see the problem. Exactly! That's what I'm saying! It's heirs. No wonder the high shows are probably unstable. Yeah, for real. Like, that would have been so cool if, like, if you got a special buff, if you got, like, 1 of each high show pack fighting for you. Like Honglu's team takes 11 units to run, and we don't even have all 11 units. Honglu furry lord, but not furry himself. Yeah, true. But like, Honglu would have been so like, it would have made sense for him to be the dragon thing, because that's like the big one, right? That's the big, like Chinese zodiac is the dragon, and Honglu would have fit perfectly with that, because it's part of his culture, and you know. But they just didn't do that. As a Zodiac fan, I feel disappointed. One of the very few flaws about Limbus, he should be a dragon. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, anyway, reminder to subscribe if you haven't already. If you subscribe, I have to press damage for the next combat turn. And if you donate, you get to choose my next team. Okay. We still got another wave after this. Oh, well, he's dead. And it would make sense to have every Chinese zodiac high show. That's what I'm saying. Like, I could get it, like, okay, if you really don't want to add all 12 packs, because that means 12 different stats effects, 12 different gimmicks, whatever, right? But they didn't give the horse to Otis, who's from the frickin' Trojan War with the Trojan horse. I will not forgive Project Moon for that. Yeah, but this capstone is supposed to be a mirror that Li Hang killer, so I guess that's why he isn't the dragon. I guess so. I feel like it still would have made sense. But a separate ID would be cool. Yeah. Already imagining fighting high shows every Picatullas in the next railway. Yeah. That's not gonna be great. I think they're going from Railway 1 to 5 again, but just like a Bokgak version. So we might be safe for a little bit. I forgot how tanky these guys were. They're fatal to Gloom, and I don't have Gloom on this team. I don't even have it in their egos, man. Imagine fighting, don't give Jihoon ideas, please. Yeah, no. If you're a Project Moon developer, do not take any, well, don't take that idea in particular. But, you know, Project Moon developers wouldn't watch my stuff in particular because I glaze Ring Sang. And I criticize their favorite sinner, which is Don Quixote. If you've seen my recent short about that, so they wouldn't take any suggestions from me. What company takes feedback from their gamers? Minecraft doesn't. We still don't have the end update. Helldivers doesn't. Why the heck would Project Moon? Let's just be so for real right now. Imagine if Jihoon or any other dev is watching this and they add what you said just for the silly. If they, you know, if they were to add anything, if I could have one request for something for Project Moon to add, what would it be? Oh wait, no, I talked about it in my Kanto. Ouch. Oh, what the heck? What just happened? What did you lost the clash and now you're. It's ow. You're just gonna have to tank that, Marcel. Oh, so in my Kanto 9 stream, I requested for, I think it was either orange or blue coins. Since we're adding new colors into the mix after Kanto 9, I requested either orange or blue coins. I totally forgot what I asked for their gimmick to be, so I would have to go back and look. But I requested orange or blue coins, so I'll make a short about, like, what I want their gimmick to be. But that's, like, that would be my big request, is, like, orange or blue coins. But I totally forgot what I wanted their gimmick to be. It was really clever, but it's gone now. At least it's on stream, though. What sinner will get pig pack then? Well, let's look, actually. I'm not sure what the pig represents in Chinese thing, but part of me wants to say Marceau. I feel like I had a list somewhere. Blue coins for blue guys? Fair enough. Yeah, that would actually make sense. Oh, this he's right on. Maybe I can find the list, actually.
다음은 탐식 열쇠.
Let me see if I can find it. It would have been from me. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna search my Discord real quick. So hold on, guys. Gluttony. So, wait, why is Heathcliff in Gluttony, bro? Hold on. It would be in Gaming Room, I think. In Gaming Room. From me. Hold on. Dragon. Surely. There it is. Here's what I said, guys. Here's what I said for the high show proposal. Before all of them came out. Okay? Are you ready for this? Yi Sang, rooster. Faust, monkey. Don Quixote, goat, which is actually what she got. Ryoshu, snake. Mersault, the ox. Hong Lu would be the dragon. Heathcliff is the horse. No, that's wrong. No, Heathcliff would be the tiger. Ishmael would be the rabbit. Rodion would be the dog. Sinclair would be the pig. Otis would be the horse. And Gregor would be the rat. That's my, like, lineup for any Zodiac fans out there of how I would have done it, at least.
식물의 뿌리는 흙을 파고 내려가 양분을 채우려 하지. 중요한 건
they are not satisfied with satiation alone. They continue to grow, seeking increasingly greater supply. Heathcliff, after flipping through the pages ahead, looked at Hohenheim and shouted, "Are we really going to do the song and dance for each and every of these Pecatulum?" Running on low patience already. Only simpletons would make such a basic suggestion.
It's
a standard protocol. I'm also happy with the process, but sometimes we will swallow our complaints and do this we're told for the sake of proper test results.
나쁘지 않은 제안이군.
What?
이
She said that in straight English. What?
상대할 필요는 없겠군. 조수의 의견을 따르도록 하지.
어? 진짜로?
Aren't you the one who suggested it? If you don't have to fight them one by one anyway, then why did we do this from the start?
그거야. 개별 개체로 테스트하는 게
Yields are more
정확도가
accurate, so.
높으니까요.
Okay, well, basically, gluttonous people, they just can't get enough of whatever they're searching for. I thought Faust fits snakes so well because a snake is known for being an intelligent animal. Fair enough. Ryoshi was a snake just because of her purple tear allegations. True. True. But that would be my take on it. If I had to, if anybody asked for my opinion on it. I wanted Otis to be the horse so bad, and they didn't give her it, and it was really disappointing. Oh, I guess they had the gloom definition in there somewhere too. Wait, Sinclair's fighting in this. No, that's Heathcliff. Hold on, I tripped up for a bit. My bad, my bad, my bad.
이 거리는 충분해. 너한텐
Nice.
멀겠지만.
Good job, Rodion.
놀랐어?
I guess. Sure. Odysseus is known for the Trojan horse, so the fact that Odysseus isn't a horse is a crime. Unless Otis is not Odysseus. If Otis is like Penelope, Telemachus, or Eurylochus, it would make sense that she wasn't the horse. But if Otis is in fact Odysseus, I'm gonna flip the frick out. There is evidence to having Otis be Penelope, but that's a whole different thing for later. Do you think... Well done. Do you think Otis is like our only married sinner? Because so far they haven't had like any oh, Sinclair or Heathcliff, why? We haven't had like many what do you call it? I forgot what I was saying, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't read the Odyssey, so this feels like gibberish. Fair enough. It's been my hyperfixation for quite some time, so if I rant about it, that's why. But Otis might not be Odysseus. Because Otis translates to nothing. But, I mean, there is quite a bit of evidence to suggest that she is Odysseus, but also there's evidence for Penelope, so... I at least hope that Project Moon gives us one married sinner. And the only plausible person for that now is Otis, because they've taken everybody else out of the equation. The question is if Otis does have a family, like a son or a daughter, since Odysseus is a father. That's true. They could have just... I think I would actually be upset, because the whole purpose of the Odyssey is to get Odysseus back home, right? And this is like Odysseus' journey. But if they just kind of erase that, that would be like erasing the whole purpose, and you're staggered. It's fine, everything is fine. Regardless, both Odie and Pen are married and have a son in canon. It's true. Yes, Project Moon, please don't erase that, because most people know my opinions of Don Quixote's story. And my issues with it. But I really hope they don't do us dirty to the point where I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying anymore. I really hope, like, that's what I'm nervous. I'm really nervous about Kanto 11 because I love the Odyssey so much. Like, it's one of my favorite books. And ouch. And I would be really sad. Oh crap, she's gonna corrode. Well, it was nice knowing y'all. Oh ho ho! How did she not corrode, bro? That's insane, bro. She's not gonna roll ahead to save her life. This is looking rough. Real rough. Otis also have some medic stuff in the game, so we will go into M Corp to treat some sinners from their traumas. Give me one sec, y'all. Okay. This is a concern. You know what we might have to do? We might just have to pray. I don't think that's gonna be able to do enough damage, but screw it, we ball! Someone please invite Zell to the Project Moon team. She's a professional English teacher. She knows stuff. I do know stuff. I do know a lot of stuff. I know Project Moon is like, oh, we're gonna do like a retelling of it in our own way. Oh, we're cooked. Rip my team. And there it goes. Ouch. Oh, we're cooked.
실험 조건은 달성하지 못했군. 계속해보게.
I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened.
명을 수행했습니다. 비록 묘의 손실은 컸지만 신경 쓰실 것 없습니다. 사라진 만큼 묘는 다시 얼굴을 드러낼 것입니다.
What the heck just happened? Oh, I'll have to go back. I'll have to go back and do that. What the heck just happened? I have no idea how I won that. But somehow, I won. Wow. Alright then. Do not take 10 plus hits during this encounter for each identity. Is that the same thing? Defend the enemies before they self-detonate? Oh, it probably self-detonated. No. That's really funny. Another clutch for the shorts! Yes, sir!
가시죠. 파투페 일패 의뢰인가요? 눈 멀지 않게 조심하도록.
I do know a lot of stuff, like, want to know if the Iliad ties into Otis' Kanto. I bet it does, because it does say that Otis is a war veteran as well in Kanto 1. I would love to give my opinions for Project Moon, but we also know that the big Kim is like, oh, this whole video game is a journey for my self-discovery, so I feel like my opinions would fall on deaf ears. So, I cried at the end of Don Quixote's Kanto, but it may also be because I have my very own daddy issues. That's fair. Let's do this, I guess? ST. What? She wants to switch teams. Oh, really now? What's your problem this time, Ryoshu? Your adult harpoon doesn't interest me. It's dulled so much I doubt you can impale a sticky nerd over there. I don't think you'll have too much trouble impaling all 9. Okay. How old is Bari anyway? I feel like she's pretty old. If she's even alive, though. Okay. So these are Pride? We're doing Pride and Lust. I didn't really take Ryoshu or Ishma for the prideful type. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting what Project Moon was going for. Or maybe I just have a wrong read on the sinners, but I mean, I guess they know their sinners best, even though, you know, I don't think they have these sins in their normal kid, but what do I know? I'm just a noob. By the way, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. If you subscribe, I have to press damage instead of win rate. Okay, not bad. Ouch.
수감자의 실수였나?
Wow, the first time unbreakable coins are actually useful. I can't believe it. Win rate.
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없다. 경외감 속에 숨어들.
Nice. Oh, you almost killed it. To be honest, everybody has their own views and opinions. To be a developer doesn't mean to force everybody to look through your lenses. I mean, yeah, that's true, but the Project Moon Hive Mind has their opinions, and if you differ from it, then you get sent to Inferno yourself. Just like, you know, the most recent video that I released, I trashed on Don Quixote and her canto. And let me clarify, I liked the canto, I didn't like how it compared to the book. And people flared at me in the comments because Don Quixote is a fan favorite, arguably Project Moon's favorite sinner, and because I don't share that same view, everyone's like, oh my gosh, you're a horrible person. I'm just like, okay bro, let me be entitled to my own opinion. Like, not, like, I know there are some Limbus fans who think Don Quixote is annoying, which is great, I'm grateful that they exist, otherwise I would feel really awkward. But the majority of people like Don Quixote. Oh, I thought one of them died. I was like, wait, what? Like, You're on yellow. Oh, well, I don't have any other yellow cards. Sure. That's not your problem. It's those glazers. The glaze is too real on Don Quixote. I'm trying to be the advocate. What about diversity glaze, guys? Don Quixote gets too much glaze. There's the Don privilege in our society. Obviously, we need to diversify our glaze to less glazed people like Virgilius and Otis, who always get clowned on. I'm trying to be the diversity hire for glazing for Project Moon's other people other than Don Quixote, who has too much Don privilege. Use your own ideology against you. Good grief. That's probably gonna be a short, and I'm probably gonna get canceled for that, but whatever. Do I care? Nah. We're doing fine in this. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, no, we're good. In Canto 10, Marcel should talk to Carmen again and ask for all plot twists in the story. True! Marcel, as he distorts again, after he already distorted, he's like, so Carmen, where's Ayan? He's right next to you. Wait, what? Like I said, it's your opinion. People tend to flock towards popular culture and hate on those who have different opinions. Yeah, I don't really care. It's engagement, it's comments, it made me money. Not that I'm gonna try and rage bait for money, but like, I have my own opinions and I'm going to stick to them. I'm going to diversify my glazing and give it to Virgilius, who doesn't get as much glaze as he deserves. All the glaze goes to Dawn instead of diversifying your glaze. I don't see any of y'all glazing Gregor, alright? Don't talk to me about diversity until I see that. Anyways, might try to be careful of the spoilers in the chat because you're still in Canto 5. 5:30. I see. Okay, I shall I shall refrain from. Well, this whole intervalo is technically spoilers. Actually, there's a scene coming up that's flat out spoilers.
데이터라는 점은 훌륭하네.
도박장죄로 의뢰를 냈다 싶더니 이렇게나 밑점 빼는 일이 한가득일 줄이야.
I love Roddy and the Gregor so much, but I feel really upset about their earlier Cantos. Yeah, that's fair. How long was the normal one? 14, and we're on 10? Okay, I'm going to have to take a pretty long BRB, guys. So feel free to either hang around or just go do some stuff. Because I have to go eat dinner. I'm going to go eat dinner with my fam. Should take, hopefully, not too long. So I'm really sorry for doing the be right back for so long. But that's just the way it's going to have to be because I'm hungry. I gotta cook right now. Well, yeah. So everyone go do your own things. We'll be back in stream shortly. Yeah. I shall be back. Maybe I'll stop the stream so that way it kind of loads. And then, yeah. Anyway, bye-bye. Alright, we're back. We're back. Hi, everybody. I don't know if y'all are still around, but... Let's see... Okay. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all again. Let me see... Hi, AI. Welcome. I like the center of the forest, and you hope you're doing well, and I am very... Oh? If you're still here, feel free to continue your thought. Let's go ahead and continue. I know the views dropped. Rip. Alright, well, can't do anything about it now. We're back! Oh, we gotta fight Envy Pegatulum. No! No! Ooh, let's do Bleed. Finally! Finally! A worthy opponent! A real challenge! Between the painter and the favorite child.
그렇다면 남은 것은 이상군과 본인의
또한 상대할 주의종은 질투겠구려.
성장기는 다들 한 번씩 겪어봤겠지?
I also didn't really take these guys for the envious type, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Like...
마지막이니만큼
Alright!
조건을 걸어보지.
If we just simply win rate, how will they do? Oof. Oof. How will they fare? Good. Good. Ring saying, I would really appreciate if you, like, reused your skill. Good, Don. Good job. Good. You know, you could really reuse your skills, but okay. Oh, ouch. Oh! Dawn, you're trash! You're trash, Dawn! What the heck was that, man? What was that? Dawn, what the heck just happened? Okay, fine. We won't win, right? We will in fact do this strategically. That's the only one you can attack, huh? Neutral? I don't like those odds, but... Oh, some of them are gonna have to... Well... We can hope for the best, I suppose. Ow. Well, good luck, guys.
찍었네.
Woo! Ow, rip. Maybe you both are trash, and I've been glazing you for far too long. Goodness gracious. You both are failures. Okay, I might need to bring in different units. Maybe bleed isn't the way to go with this. Jeez. Okay. It's probably their weakness. You are weak to Gloom, Envy, and Blunt. Which they have Envy. And you're weak to Gloom, Slash, and Wrath, which is exactly what they have. Alright. You are weak to Wrath, Gloom, and Blunt. And then you are weak... I'm trying to click on the... There we go. Gloom and Envy. So we might have to bring in different units, because, like, oh my goodness gracious. How are you struggling? Is it because you guys are under-leveled? Is that what this is? Well... Good luck. Good. Good. Well done. I would really appreciate it if you would... Well... Okay, we're pulling in a different team, because both of y'all can't do anything to save your lives. My gosh. Okay. Yeah, be ashamed. Be ashamed, both of you. Okay. Okay, we could do... looks like Rupture's probably one of our only options here. I need to level up some people. That's why we're doing this, but, you know. You could just, fail every single clash that I put you up against. Stupid. It's all stupid, I say. Okay, take 2 with different units. Because, my gosh. Why are these guys, like, OP as heck? We shouldn't have the level difference now. Struggling against what? At that point... why are you unopposed? Because you're too fast. Are you kidding me? You're a high show! How did you roll minimal? What the heck? Oh gosh. This is bad. You might just have to tank that. Oh, you guys are just weak to the same things that my last people were, but you know what? It's fine. It's great. Everything is so perfect. What are you talking about? Oh, you rolled the same speed, so it just truly doesn't matter. I guess. Please roll heads! Are you kidding me? What is wrong with you guys? I know you don't work well together, but come on. It's not that hard. They're rolling all heads. Your makeshifts are doing better than you guys. Good. About time you did something with your lives. Oh my goodness. Ouch. 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 Just... Oh gosh. You have more SP than him. How did you lose that? How? 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 How are you this bad? Well, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Neutral is basically hopeless, but what? I got nothing to lose at this point. Maybe your opponent can die and your SP will go down because of it. Oh my gosh. She's gonna stagger! I hate unbreakable coins. They're useless! Useless! She's dead. Oh! Oh, she barely survived. Oh my gosh, what is this? What is this atrocity? You all are failures, I hope you know that. What the heck? What is my luck has just turned against me. How did you lose every single one? It's not over. It's not over yet. But Don gets hit once and it's and we're cooked. Oh, you finally decide to roll heads. About frickin' time. Oh, jeez. Good. See, was it really that hard? And now we got the second phase. W Corp. Alright. Ouch. Well, at least you have aggro, so it's like not as nerve-wracking, I guess. But this needs to go against this because it's the highest and yeah, all that. If you lose a dominating clash, Don, you will never hear the end of this. If you lose this. Do you understand? Ouch. I don't know if I want you to take that. I don't want you to take that either. Okay, I'm comfortable with you hitting that. Don, you would never hear the end of this if you lose a dominating clash and get hit. Okay. You're clinging on to life here. I hope you know that. Good. Good! Well done, Don. Well done, Don Quixote. That is some well-deserved praise there. I will give you that. Uh-oh. How did you lose that? Good grief. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Let's just go ahead and damage this guy. Oh, wait, no. Is he close to a stagger threshold? Kind of. He's weak to envy. How is he the blunt? He's normal to blunt. Potentially. I don't know if I feel safe with it. Let's just... That's horrifying. Let's just clash. Just in case. I might as well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was dominating. You treat it like it was a favored. Good. Okay. Now we have nothing to worry about. Good. Good, 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 good. And he's dead. Sucker. Woo! We're good! We're We're good. We're doing fine. We are doing fine. Oh, goodness gracious.
승전보가 울렸어.
He's saying coming out with it.
그럼에도 말고
Dawn surviving off of 4
즐거움을
HP.
기쁨을 절약하시오.
Wonder why it says question mark, because like...
우리는 군주가 가리키는 곳으로
For those of you in chat,
전장에 투입되어야 할 테니.
here is the spoilers for Canto 7. So, enter at your own risk.
군주가 나선다.
의로움을 세우기 위해서라면
죽은 게
잠깐.
흑수, 오필도.
Yeah, enter at your own risk because this is where the spoilers come in.
걸맞는
And
이 경로는 숨어들기
this is
나쁘지 않군.
my favorite part of this intervallo, actually. The foundation that led to this disaster was laid, not only by Yi Sang, whose only sin was making an innocent, tragically casual comment. Sometime after we ran our final test.
안쪽을 정리해야 하니.
Please vacate the room, people. Cleanup coming through. Apologies, Miss Don Quixote has ought to. Pretty, avail me for a moment. The shoelaces upon the Ricote have come undone.
네?
What? How? I remember tying like 7 different knots on your shoes. Yet it took quite the hideous excess. Sorry to be forced upon, Rokiete. I have tied one of them once again in the shape of a ribbon. Yeah, the knots didn't look that great. Ribbons are cute.
아이고야.
Oh boy. Yet one must begin to wonder
지금의 돈
about the consequences of Miss Don Quixote freeing her feet from Rokiente at her present state. Whatever art thou suggesting? Rokiete is none other than my eternal steed, bound to me by fate itself. None shall ever dare sever the bond betwixt us. This is what I find annoying about Dawn, is that, like, she's still, like, on this, like, fanciful dream, which, like, it's great to carry out your father's dreams, but, like, with just such practical questions like these, she's not like, you know, I do wonder what would happen if, you know, if her shoes did come off. And she just plays into this without actually being like, you know, being a normal person being like, oh yeah, that is a curious thing. It derails the conversation. Let me see. If you're Bokgak, what are you without it? Dawn, just Bok. Yeah, for real. Should somebody tell her that the fake dominating is getting prominent these days? It is. It truly is. There's no other way to, like, suggest it, you know? If it was a query posed toward Miss Foss, yeah, I appreciate your answer all the same. And Faust's reply was what set fire upon the rather combustible foundation. I cannot know. What? An obvious outcome, given that no one relevant data has ever been collected. Well, then no time like the present to get collected, huh? Good thing we're in the lab, too. Where else are we gonna get another chance to do that? This, of course, action is highly inadvisable.
맞아요.
Yeah, sounds like a bad time to me. I heard all kinds of horrible stuff happened on that train the moment her shoes came off. Sure did. But that's... Twas but an independent decision called by Rokiete itself due to a certain extreme circumstances that had naught to do with my will. Well, you know, potato. I was already quite aware that the courted individual may as well lie in a pair of running shoes. Fie on thee! Thou shalt treat a person such as I as some useless shell. What if we slipped her shoes off on and on again really quickly? The standards here at the LCE department demand precise measurements. In other words, these tests would be meaningless if we were all measuring as a hollow shell. Hollow shell! We have indulged your predictable productions enough, Hohenheim. It seems necessary to remind you that you have not received a full report of what transpired during that incident. In other words, you are risking the occurrence of an unexpected event. You concern yourself unnecessarily. The constructions of my laboratory boasts a rather solid build. Not even abnormalities on the more powerful side of things can puncture the holes in these walls. Oh, very well. I will not force your hand. However, due to your own willingness, I am behooved to record as such as in my research journal. Due to the concerns of the sinner's utterly terrified reaction at the prospect of having to remove her shoes, I must unfortunately leave only half complete test result here. Utterly terrified? Terrified? For your information, these research reports are stored for at least a decade. Yes, we will have possession of the full record of your playing cowardice for at least 10 years. Outcome NA. Reason subject was too scared to participate. After much contemplation, I have come to conclude that the dearest Rokia deserveth the moment of respite as well. And I, Don Quixote, shall demonstrate before thee that Don Quixote is Don Quixote in her core still, without Roquiete's assistance. And thus, we get the horrible incident that's about to happen. Are you sure this is a good idea, Faust? Hohenheim, if your employment at Limbus Company ever comes to an unbridled determination, I suppose the cause would be rather apparent. Your highly irresponsible level of curiosity. Not a good idea. Got it. That would be my greatest honor as a researcher. Hey, if anything ever goes wrong, Yi Sang will be there ready to slip on those shoes right back under her feet at a moment's notice, okay? I shall be on the ready. Behold me not with such excessive anticipation, all. There shan't be any new revelations here. Don Quixote begins to untie her shoes, seething. The 7-layered knot possessed quite the difficulty. Young Ishmael, wherefore hast thou tied these cords with such unwavering tightness? I was hoping they'd be the last knot those shoelaces would ever tie. Of course. There we go. Rest thee well. For I... Yeah. Here we go! Here we go! The incident! The sinners and I were all quite nervous, but none of us stepped forward to stop this experiment. Why didn't we stop this? Was it because we thought we knew removing Roquienta doesn't necessarily mean that she'll be losing control, because we saw its effects on the warp train in that La Mancha land? Or was it because we'd assumed that Roquiente was now just a disguise, and now Don Quixote has accepted her past as Sancho, removing it wouldn't affect her psyche at all? Whichever was the case, it was a mistake to ignore that nagging feeling. The researchers don't know what facing Don Quixote, Sancho, the second kindred, is like. We do.
우리는 계속 죽어가고 있습니다. 저희를 채워주십시오. 부디 인간의 피를, 인간의 피를.
The teeming, shouting voices suddenly began to echo in my head. They're the voices of all the children he had embraced. Every single blood fiend now on her shoulders. Or perhaps this was the blood fiend instinct given voice imprinted upon them at the moment of their birth. Proliferate this disease, embrace this unending hunger for blood, and propagate the family. So many voices, so much yearning, so much desire. Every single kindred that has ever existed in the past kneels before Don Quixote. Look at this and tell me she's not the favorite child. Dearest mother, as your children, when shall we be permitted to quench this thirst for blood? I must drink blood. I have to drink all of it. All of the thing that the family that deserve to drink. Dante, wake up! Let's say all like the last time of the building went on fire, the head suddenly exploded. I gotta get a hold of myself. My body can't even feel thirsty. This doesn't even make any sense. I'm okay now. What did you see, Dante? If we want to bring Don Quixote back, we're gonna need to quench her thirst somehow. We need something to state the combined thirst and desire of every single kindred. That's not good. Do you keep any blood in here? Let's try to quench what's... yeah, we have some blood samples if you need them. Dang it. Have you all been listening to what the executive manager's been saying? This is the combined thirst of every single kindred. A few blood samples aren't gonna do anything. So you're going to sit here and do nothing? Ain't this just a matter of getting her shoes back on? Right, you saying shoes, get the shoes back on their feet. I cannot. A bizarre wall of pressure surrounds her. This one luxury thing. Good flavor. I bought those luxury cigarettes with our last bonus pay. These readings are incredible. So much power. Even its state that is, for all intents and purposes, complete emancipation. What? You egged her knowing this would happen? I had many outcomes in mind. Some were quite similar to this, but this is beyond even my most extreme of my predictions. Great job, bud. she's the only alive child. Yeah, so she has the first of every single one. She's the favorite Project Moon child. How the hell are you so calm about this? We got to do something. You haven't even seen how much hard this last hits. What would be the use of panicking now? If the outcome does not align with the predictions, the first course of action should be to analyze the given data. However, it doesn't seem like our containment measures will be the answer here. Thus, the task of stopping her seems to fall straight onto all of you. Great, thanks so much. Time for us to pay the price of curiosity. Oh, she would know something about that in her source material, because she wants to know everything of the city. That's a neat little line. Hi, Sancho. I forgot how terrible this fight was. I think I barely survived with strap of my boots. Well, at least we got Rupture. Rupture's pretty good against bleed, if I remember correctly. Oh. Yep. So this is spoilers, by the way, but this is Sancho. After post Kanto 7. She must eat. She hungry. Though she has no gluttony, which is like kind of crazy in my opinion. Oh. Oh, we're cooked. Oh, we're cooked. Oh, we're cooked. How did you fail that? Ryoshu studied from the last summer, prepared the luxury cigarettes for these kind of moments. True. Oh, she has like 45 SP, that's why she's like... Well, I think we're pretty... ouch. This is gonna hurt. Ouch. Yeah, that definitely staggered her. RIP! This is awkward. I should have brought a sinking team. Get her sanity down so she couldn't do anything, but here we are. Here we are, in the depths of our own creation. Don't you dare fail that. This is not the time to roll tails, bud. Why does she have so much shield, bro? Not fair. Not fair at all. I forgot if I have to survive. Or if I have to get her down to a certain point. Uh-oh. Oh, I hate these first beginning unbreakable coins because they just do so much damage without, like... Oh, we're cooked. I haven't even gotten through her shield, bruh. Favorite child syndrome! What the heck? What the heck, man? Dude! Dude! What the heck? That's enough bleed to wipe us off the face of the map. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. What the heck is this? Hold on. I'm bringing it. I'm bringing in a sinking team. This is not good. Oh gosh, okay. Rupture clearly isn't working. Because it's one of these unnerved fights that... Sinking! I need help. Can I bring... I can bring a support for Otis. Do I have a Waigo? What is wrong with you all? Okay. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, wait, no, you're level 60. Okay. Sinking should hopefully help us a little bit more, even though we're a bit underleveled, so that way she can't just roll heads all the time. So. Oh boy. Verdante! Wait a little bit, I need to finish my mermaid ice cream first. Drew!
자, 싸울 준비는 끝났을까? 무엇을 그렇게
Cut them down to just 3 or so Celestials. You are very optimistically, Hang.
세 번이면 탔을 거구만.
Okay, well, you are the best chance we got against that. Although... Yep, okay. Have fun. Maybe we can get her sanity down. Though I think it would be a good investment to go into Spice Bushy saying methinks that might be a good investment for the sinking team. Okay, we're getting her sanity down, which is good. Uh-oh. How is she oh, I can't believe you won that. This might hurt. This might hurt a lot. Okay. That's actually fine. That's fine. Good, good. Okay, we got her. We got her sanity down, which is good, and what we need desperately right now. Wait, I need to use your power guard to get your sanity down, so that way we can. Okay, this is turning out like infinitely better. We needed to go. We needed to use baby mode, guys. Good. Get her sanity down. Why is she still rolling all heads, bro? She's at negative sanity. That's not cool. Uh-oh. Ow. 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 She's still rolling heads at negative SP. What the heck? How? Look, she's at negative SP and somehow, she's still freaking rolling heads. You can't make this up.
단순해서 좋건 9번 수감자. 물론 좋은 성과를 갖고 돌아온다면 달고 짭.
I don't know what her panic is. Offense level up. She just gets buffs when she's low morale. How is that fair?
겁나를 내게 바쳐주지.
She is still rolling heads at negative 45 SP. I want one of y'all to explain this to me. How is this fair? Oh, frick, you're dead. Oh, crap. That bleed is going to kill us all. Oh, gosh. The bleed! The bleed, guys! What the heck is going on? Oh, we're cooked. Oh, we're cooked. She applies so much bleed. What can I do? You told them over and over again they're gonna let themselves butcher like that. What's up to the rest of y'all now? Oh, we're cooked. We're cooked. We're so cooked. Favored. Oh, we're cooked. We're actually cooked. Oh. Oh, of course you have. Of course you have. Frickin' aggro when you're about to die, Otis. She has a dream true. Oh, her coins become unbreakable at low SP. I had to beat this boss with sinking. It ticks me off how sinking specifically was targeted here. Yeah, we might be cooked, guys.
어두운 무지를 열어줬지요.
Bye, Otis.
이 패턴은 차라리
아무것도 남지 마라.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
여기가 뱃속이군.
좋아.
Rupture completely failed. I don't have any backup plans after this. Oh, you're cooked. Oh, you're cooked. How are you still alive? I mean, impressive, but like, dang.
개체들이 더 월등한 환경에 놓여 있습니다.
The entities have the edge over us at the moment. Did not expect this much disparity in capabilities. We lacked enough information to predict this. Yeah, you think? You think? That. Target that. Oh. You might need another ego for that. Mersault, you have a healing ego. Use that. I am grasping at all of my remaining straws here.
나아가주게.
Oh, we're so cooked. Oh, we're so cooked. I don't think we're gonna make it, guys. Ow, 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 ow.
그놈이 날 얼마나 비웃겠나.
I hate this. Oh!
가장 당황한 순간에 내게도 왔군.
얼어버리면 아플 필요도 없어서. 지키겠단다.
편히 쉬시게.
What the heck just happened? Fleet is horrible to go up against, bro. Oh my god, what the heck?
이것을 벗어날 수 직접 썼을지.
열어드리죠. 폐잔병같이 무릎을 꿇고 있을 때인가 싶다. 수감자. 평소처럼 넉살 좋게 같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
Okay. I remember I was able to beat the boss with a burn tremor team. Sancho really didn't 12 tremor bursts in one turn. Where's our dad and his cheering is? Yeah, true. Rodiad's gonna hurt your other sinners with your ego. Yep, this fight is Dulce on crack. Yeah, it pretty much is. This is hopeless. Yes, that's a great way to put it. You know what? We're just gonna do this. We're just gonna. Yeah. Well, so long, guys. This is the end. We're gonna have to do this fight again. Ouch. Oh, you're cooked. Ow. Yeah, it's so over. Oh gosh, this just makes me hate Don Quixote even more, I'm not gonna lie. The ego didn't even go off, she just died. What's this, Miss Lieutenant? You're one to talk, Virgilius, where are you? What the frick is with the shield? I forgot how terrible this fight is. Maybe I can activate Solemn Lament to go off. That might be able to do enough. That's probably our best chance at the moment. We're cooked. This fight's over. We're cooked. She's still rolling heads at negative 45 SP. I hate my life. Oh gosh, she's gonna stagger before I can even use the frickin' ego. Oh, no way, he actually lived! Gregor, please. Oh, you were supposed to use it more than that. And And it's over. Oh wait, no, we still got the stupid. Yeah, we're cooked. I think. Oh my gosh! Oh! What the heck, man?
혹시 모른 게 한번 살려줄 수 있는지나 물어봐.
Wainwright did not work, Shadow. Hi. Is that Sancho? It was Sancho. And I'm freaking really annoyed right now. Because I don't have a proper team to face her. The last time I faced her was this bleed, but it's not up to par.
영원히 검을 잡지 못하게.
You know, I might have to try Tremor. I might have to do Tremor. Aren't you Tremor? No, you're Poise.
걸맞는
시선, 집중. 가시죠. 파투페이.
계약이 또
Wait, hold on. I'm being an idiot. Hold on.
준비되었습니다.
가시죠.
계약이 또 어그러졌나?
오늘은
명령하실
출발하는가?
Okay!
따라가겠소.
상습 준비
Let's
완료.
try Trevor instead and get our butts kicked once again. You can try to fight support Rhodia with Wallop Ego. It is awfully a tough fight. Luckily, you need to damage her and down to here near half. Yay! What's Sancho even weak to? Nobody knows. Nobody knows at this point. I think it's Gluttony, but I don't... The Gluttony team! Rupture! Didn't even work! She's weak to bleed count? Sure.
여러분에게 도움이 되었으면 좋겠네요.
Alright! Let's try Tremor, shall we? Wow, you all are terrible at this. Jeez. I'd be more comfortable with Mersault. Well, I really want that to go off, so I'm more comfortable with Otis taking a hit. And everyone else suffering. Or, you know. Yeah, sure. Just let her start at 45 SP. That's totally fair. And, you know, Mersault, roll tails at 45 SP!
개체의 약점을 정확히 꿰뚫었습니다. 준비를 철저히 했나 보군요.
가족들이 마셔야 마땅했던
이 패턴은
I'm not crashing out at all. What do you mean? I'm not crashing out at all.
매일 말하는 거지만 모든 죽음은 의미가 없습니다. 손실을 극복할 수 있는
I'm gonna hurt someone. I'm gonna hurt something. This is why Virgilius is my hero. He'll come through and help me. Gosh.
3월. 앵화.
마셔야 해.
이봐, 괜찮나?
And of course Otis has aggro when she's staggered. It says dominating, but don't be fooled, young viewers. Project Moon hates you.
나선 속을 벗어날 수는 없다.
Oh, you're cooked. We're all cooked. She can apply a bazillion bleed!
죽어가는 너희를 위해.
And she has a bazillion shield, too! Yippee! I love this game!
외우 피해
좋아.
적법한 무력
이번에는
행사다.
제대로 들어갔군.
나라도 그렇게 했을 테지.
Oh, thanks, Virgilius. You're very reassuring.
인자사 머리 쓸 것도 더 없지. 갖다 받고
Okay.
솔자토들 더 부르면 그만인게.
Oh, hi. Or survive 10 turns, fair enough. Pierce, surprisingly. To be fair, Tremor is actually pretty easy to maintain, so you will almost always have conditionals for your skills active. Well, that's good. We're almost dead, though! Because of the stupid blade! Actually... AN. It's gotta be AN, guys, but anyway. Different stories for a different time! Because, oh my goodness! Faust, if you roll tails on this, I am never gonna let you hear the end of it. How? How? Oh, it's unbreakable coins now because she's negative SP. I hate my life.
다소 즐거워.
Faust, please. Thank you.
이 전투는
I hope you're correct in your prediction, Faust. Well, he was at least one stack of bleed, I suppose. Oh! I hate my life. There goes. Oh, well, nope, she dead. Oh, well, she's still alive somehow. Yeah, you better take off your hat, bro. Oh. Okay. Okay, think. Think. What the heck? You're not gonna be able to live to next turn, bro, but... Oh, you're all targeting... Wait a minute! I could use this to my advantage. If... So if Ryoshu's cooked... Either way... We can dogpile on her, because everything is targeting Ryoshu right now. So if I say bye to Ryoshu, a notable sacrifice, as Otis would say, I can just get free hit after free hit after free hit. Actually... 16 versus how much damage would it do? More. It would deal more. So, okay. I'm sorry, Ryoshu, but your sacrifice will be remembered.
직접 타도하죠.
당신에겐 제가 어떻게 보일까요?
Alright, don't fail me now.
시간의 태엽 안에 그 답이 있을까요?
33? It's not great, but it's not terrible either. Oh, there she goes.
아무것도 아니다.
Sorry, Ryoshu.
전투.
Good. Good. Good!
맞아. 그것은 그 짝에 갖다 써야지.
Oh.
별로 어려울 것도 없잖아.
Okay. This is bad. This is really bad. I don't think I can do 200 damage. She's weak to lust. I don't have any lust ecos, though. We're so cooked. I think my greatest chance is to just dogpile on her and just pray beyond belief that one of my sinners survives. The tremor count is gone, so they don't clash well anymore. Unfortunately, yeah, too many tremor bursts. Red Mist Dawn is real. 21 aggro. Regret might be good here, to be honest. Oh, this is being sacrificed here. Yeah. I think my best bet is to just dogpile on her. and to just pray that I get to the cutscene. At least you can win against the Clash, but you might die to bleed depending on how much she applies. Okay. This is probably my only hope. I don't want to count. I'm just gonna Yep, okay. I'm sealing my fate this way. Oh, crud. I think I made a mistake, and I'm gonna die for it, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, there they go. Yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. Oh, she staggered!
시계 돌리느라 고생 좀 하겠다, 야.
Oh my gosh. Wait. I forgot what I have to get her to, but I think... No way. No way that just happened. Okay, wait, does she have 30 plus tremor? She does. Wait, so this will do 300 damage versus this would do... 80. Okay, no, we don't want that. We want this. Okay. We might just be able to do this by the strap of our boots and the sweat of our brow. Oh! Oh, thank goodness. Oh, we clutched Trevor for the win! Trevor for the win! Virgilius, come help me, please! Please, come help me. Come on. I must.
어버이가 되어야만 할지니 가족들의 갈증에.
No, my lady.
당신은 이곳에서 누구의 어버이가 될 필요도 없는
You mustn't need to be a mother for anyone here. Here.
소감자일 뿐입니다.
You are a sinner. Nothing more. Yes! Yay! Peak. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Virgilius coming in clutch for us once again. Thank you, Berg. I appreciate you. I wish they would have...
이번 일은 누구에게도 책임은 묻지 않겠습니다. 단테.
I wish we got more of the fight, honestly. More than just that. I wish Project Moon actually put the time into it, but they didn't. Let's go. Tiger Slayer is online, true. Just below the 1600, that's where the fight ends. You'll need to do about 50, it's fine. Yeah, we did fine. We did great.
옛 제1권속이 3번 수감자 돈 키호테에게 남겨준 로신한테라는 억제구에 대해 수집된 정보가 많지 않았던 탓에
Oh, that's pretty long statement in Korean. Verg, my shenanigans more cooler than yours, Shancho, true! Given the dearth of intelligence. I just really like his voice. I don't want to read his lines because I just really like his voice. I hadn't had that much first-hand experience with watching Virgilius fight, but this was certainly the most exhausted I had seen him after a fight. I wonder how that would be in comparison to fighting Gregor. I decided to say nothing and turned to the clock. After some time passed. Don Quixote, what happened? Did you lose consciousness or did something affect your memory?
날이 기억에는 아무런 문제가 없었네. 신발을 벗자마자 들려오는 소리가 있었지.
Voices, right?
이번에도 본인을 본 것인가?
This is what I wished, like, Dawn had turned into, right? Like, when things get super serious, and when, like she's really, like, thinking about things, like, this is the response that we should have gotten from her. I don't even know how I was able to beat Sancho with the sinking team. I don't know either. If we got to see more of that fight, yeah. I wish Don Quixote had more of this kind of response post Canto 7, but she doesn't, and it's disappointing.
수많은 이들의 목소리가 들려오더군.
What voices? The voices of my family.
가족들의 목소리였어.
하지만
But the bloodfiends of La Mancha Land are all...
라만차랜드의 혈기들은 이미
Sinclair trailed off. Every single bloodfiend left inside La Mancha Land was killed when the music park collapsed. In other words, most of Don Quixote's lower kindreds were dead.
그건 맞네. 하지만 그건 뭐라고 설명할 수 없지만 내 피가 기억하고
I do
있는
wish she would
소리였어.
have learned to embrace her bloodfiend self.
나중에는 나디금 목소리도 내가 한때 아끼던 자들의 목소리도 있었던 것 같아. 나의 바람과 상관없이 어버이의 자리에는 내가 앉게 되었네. 이미 앉아 있었던
Perhaps I was always was ever since then. It's literally part of your being, I guess.
동시에 본인에게 지금까지 참아왔던 갈증뿐만 아니라 자식들의 목마름까지 전부.
Was he the Verd fully counter Sancho? I would say Gregor probably made him more tired. Yeah, Gregor is a nuke. He truly is.
갈증.
Thirst.
그래.
Indeed, I am also bound by that
내게도
thirst.
갈기니까.
It is only natural because I'm a bloodfiend.
미치겠지.
Embrace it! I mean, it's who you are, but you don't have to be like the others. It's just...
나는 그 무수한 압력들에
That's the pressure of it all broke my sanity. And I
I
hurt you all. It's Don Quixote, the bloodfiend, your higher kindred. Now this Don Quixote, a sinner and your friend.
돈키호테 씨, 이건 당신 잘못이.
아니,
No, such words are now
그
meaningless.
말은 이제 의미가 없네.
She looked down at her pair of shoes, the strings again neatly tied.
상부에서는 자네에게
The higher office will
정기적으로
now regularly
인공
supplying you
팩트를
with
제공할
artificial blood
예정일세.
packs. Hohenheim approached us after spending a while vigorously scribbling something in his notes.
일반 혈액과
The blood
성분도
substitute will be
비슷하고
similar to real blood in terms of
수급에도
composition.
전혀
We won't
문제가
have
없는
any issues with
방법은
supply.
설마 자네의
I don't suppose you
충동은
actually believed that
혈액의
mere
섭취
willpower will
없이
be
그저
enough to withstand the
정신력으로만
surge.
버텨낼 수 있을 거라는
실제로
I have done quite well suppressing it
본인은
thus far.
지금까지 잘 참아오고 있었네만.
맞네.
Indeed, and that was
그리고
precisely
그것이
the wick attached to the ticking
언젠가
time bomb
LCB가
within LCB.
맞닥뜨리게 돼. 오늘 자네가 한
Must I
것처럼
remind you
그
that the soundness of
억제는
this limiter of yours is
너무도
quite heinous,
손쉽게
and today's
벗어버릴
events
수
have
있기도
demonstrated.
잠재적 위험을
Is your
해소하기
implication
위해
that the purpose of
일부러
conducting this
실험을
reckless
강행했다는
experiment was to
건가요?
determine the full
거의
extent of the latent danger?
그렇다기엔
I don't know. It seems like he was in on it only to stay his curiosity.
타이밍에
Call
적절했을
him merely an
뿐일세.
opportunity of opportune
어떤
convenience.
일이든
This risk factor had to be measured sooner or later. I know the full extent of the danger she posed. I would have immediately requested the forceful summoning of your department.
강제 소환이라도 신청했을 걸세. 대신
Of course, as large as this void and was, we were able to fill it with much new information.
혈기에 대한 보고서와 이번 실험 결과를 비교해 보면 몇 가지 분석을 할 수 있네. 가령 자네가 겪었다는 하위 권속 혈기 전체의 욕구가 포함된 분명
Indeed, it is
라만차랜드에서의
true.
사건으로 가문의 모든 권속은
We saw the
죽음을
diversity of children,
맞이했지만
yes.
무슨 이야기지?
피에 담긴 강한 구속력. LCD에서 보낸 협력 보고서에는
Carried nutrients with something more, contains certain abstract values as well. We sent in a complaint that the report was far too vague.
그 현장 추리 팀장이라는 작자가 뱉어낸 내용이 또 놀라워. 그들의 욕구.
Okay,
즉
I'm
갈증은
bored. I don't really want to hear
가문의
your
피-
yapping, Hohenheim. Not gonna lie. By the way, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. We do a lot of Limbus content, and I
나를 들뜨게 만드는
break the
일은
Limbus
많지
company
않지.
hive mind norm, and people
이번엔
don't like me for it.
그
But you know,
귀중한 경우의
it is what
수에
it is.
들어맞았군.
Okay, I just want to see the hierarchy, as we all know. Refresh ourselves on the hierarchy. Let's pace through this.
먼저 말해주겠네.
이미 있어. 누가 진정한
We
형님인
gotta know
줄
who's the
알아야
big boss.
어디까지나 가정일 뿐이지만 빛이 못한 사정으로 인해 관리자님이 부재가 되었을 때 누가
Hey, that's...
나보다
I don't listen to
약한
anyone
자들의
weaker
말은
than
듣지
I
않아.
am. Which is great, because in one of the intervalos before Canto 8, we know that Otis is stronger than Ryoshu.
내가 자기소개 순서의 첫 번째를 꿰찬 건 어쩌면 우연이 아니.
Maybe I lost my memories, even I, Dante, don't.
어떤 집단이든 서열을 비교해보고 싶. 이 욕구가 잘못 표출되면 학창 시절인 남의
설마 경험담은 아니지?
그리하여 그 결과를 빈말하는 것도 번거로우니 자네들의
Okay, so we know Yi-sang is the weakest, and then we have Sinclair, then maybe I thought, Okay, so then it was Ishmael, Heathcliff, Rodion, then Hunglu, and then Faust. Which Hunglu doesn't really seem too powerful, and neither does Faust, but Mersal definitely, I feel like there's a big gap between these two. So we have Faust and Mersal, and we know how powerful Ryoshu is, very powerful. And then Otis is more powerful than Ryoshu, but is still less than Sancho. I feel like Otis should have been at the top. She deserves it. This has to be the longest, most awkward, most loaded silence I ever felt in my life. Bro thinks he's it. Bro thinks he's it.
많은 것을 드러내지 않으려 하였고 겉에 보이는 것이 다는 아니라는 것을 알리고자 했어. 또한 내게는 마음속 풍요가 있으니.
Picture of both my qualities. Thus spoke I, he's saying. He's saying, I will place trust in the faith that you all shall one day sprout wings as I have. He's saying, it's the other way around. Yes, the line was made from my point of view. From here, the center wielding that oversized lance is at the front of this line. Yeah, you're last, bud. Well, you said some cool words, so you got this, right? You saying also these two holding two of the most powerful IDs, Ring Sang and N Claire, like, they're fine. They're fine. Let me see. Let me catch up with chat. Is Dawn should drink blood and breakfast now? I mean, it's strange for her to drink blood and not her blood form. Fair enough. Otis has her Valentina-like stories of the old good days of the smoke war. True. Okay, wait. Well, it is quite the bashful occasion. To be the center of such fervor and attention of one such company. I want to say fervent's the right word. Worried, maybe? I shall be vigilant. None seem to have any objections or doubts on who was the strongest sender was, given the earlier event. Second thought, it appears it would be the best if we were left to command to Ishmael, as we have done so far. That was really hard for you to admit, Otis, wasn't it? Otis mumbled through gritted teeth.
평화롭게 합의되어 다행이군. 그럼
Okay. Yes, I'm ready to move on from your talking, Hohenheim. Let's go beat up your distortion, and then we'll call it a day. Just gonna go through this and skip through that, because we got a dungeon to go through, and I'm not really looking forward to that. We know that he wants to the store. You guys can go watch the story if you want. I don't want to see it again. That's my thing. I think I've already streamed it? Maybe. I don't know if I actually have or not. Yeah. Why are you giving me a tutorial on this, Otis?
이제 검진도 마지막 단계를 향해 가고 있군.
Yeah, because then you're gonna want to distort yourself, and then, yeah. So, I know how a dungeon works! Sure, let's just get the ego gift, I guess. Oh, maybe we should have brought Rupture. Oh well. Okay, I totally forgot to get a support unit. Dang. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe I'll grab it after these skirmishes. This shouldn't be so bad. Yeah. Okay, I'm tired. I will go to bed.
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해보죠, 단테. 보십시오.
외우피의 적법한 무력 행사다.
적의 일격에 우리 아군이 심하게 다친 모양이야.
How are you staggered already? How did you lose that?
총알값 아까울 놈은 아니군.
Yeah, you better put on your fight face. Jeez.
야금은 그게 별 수가 없는 테니까. 빈틈투성이군. 야금은 좀 맞아 보이든. 스켈레터. 이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
이것밖에 못.
Oh gosh. Okay.
이것밖에 못하나.
예사롭지가 않은데? 아주 작살을 내놨어.
Ow. Well, take your chance.
당신 짝패군요.
전력으로 상대하마.
Good. Good, Mersal. Well done.
5번 수감자. 덕분에 위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지.
Okay, well, I really don't like Unbreakable Coins. This is when they were relentless. Like, I get the animations, but like, oh my goodness.
제압 완료.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지.
Good.
두드려 패.
Good.
놀만치 노른 것 같은 게.
Great.
고생들이었다.
Okay. Sure. Good.
더 있나?
Oh, I should have
있다면
chosen
빠르게
someone else.
처리하도록.
Rip. Oh well. It's fine.
눈 멀지 않게 조심하도록.
그런데 이 사람 정말 뒤틀림 된 건 맞아?
We're in the fathoms of his distortion, Rodion. That's how we know he's distorted.
자, 동료들이여.
Oh, we're still at low health. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
조심하랬지.
High SP though, so can't complain.
외우 피해 적법한 무력 행사다.
Good. You could have rolled heads, but well done. You did the job. You did the job. I'm not complaining.
5번 수감자. 덕분에 위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지.
앵화.
대의에 거스르지 말고.
Good. Okay, okay. We're doing fine.
외부 강사로
Let's get a healing ego in here.
직접 타도하죠.
놈만 잡아주기라 했더니
Oh, why'd you have to roll tails,
너를
Mersal?
위해 기도할 것이니 넌 반드시 부서진다.
이런 건 몽둥이가 약이지. 그대로 두드려 패.
빈틈 투성이군.
Good.
스틸레이터.
Good. Well done. Well done. Well done. Oh. What do you guys think of this intervalo? I thought it was fine. I really like the Virgilius showcase, but I'm also kind of like, eh.
예사롭지가
Maybe I'm just eh on a lot of things. I don't know. I feel like after Canto 5, it hasn't been the same for me.
보는 맛이 나는군.
조심하랬지.
일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이
자세가 뭐는
답답한 법이지.
자비에 감사하도록.
탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다. 탈출 개체가 정리되었습니다.
놀만치
Good.
노른 것 같은 게.
Cool. Thanks, Leag. Appreciate you.
가자.
Alright.
고생들이었다.
결국 해냈네요.
Yeah, and then there's his buddy, and we see him get emotional, and yada 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 yada. Awesome. I still can't change my team. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, so freaking Hecatomb. What do I need for this? Oh, I need gloom. I don't really have gloom. Okay.
당신 짝패군요.
Someday we will get Sir Sinclair with 105% rolling heads. Ah, I hope so. Thanks for salt. I really appreciate you.
5번 수감자. 덕분에 위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지.
좋아. 코이코.
체체에게 치명적인 손상을 입히는 데 성공했어.
I do like Tremor. I think it's pretty cool. I think maybe I should use it more. I think it's silly. I should build a I should really invest in my Tremor team, I think. Boop, 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 boop. I haven't seen a counter for Tremor yet, besides, well, no staggers. Uh-oh. Yikes.
엄청난 공격이었어요. 어떻게 저렇게 강하실 수 있죠?
나선 속을 벗어날 순 없다.
Alright.
이것밖에 못.
What is the main status effect team that you guys use? I used to use Bleed a lot, and then I shifted to Rupture since it had more units, and now I'm kind of like, I feel like Tremor is really, really good. I just don't understand how to use it, but I do think Tremor is really good.
편하게 가자고요.
탈출 개체가
Okay, good.
놀만치 노른 것 같은 게.
Right.
고생들이었다.
I love Lee Hang's laugh. He's funny. I think he's goofy. Okay. This is the non-standard duty battery one, right? Oh. Well, I'm dumb, I guess. Why are you quizzing me? I didn't ask to be quizzed. I don't know my stuff. I'm a noob. I brag myself as a noob for a reason. I like the Intervallo with sweepers because of the swarm effects and their theme. True! I loved that Intervallo. That Intervallo was so funny. Burn. But I wait for a Scorched Tremor, guys. True. Currently use a Poise team. I think Poise is pretty good. Lacking, but it's good.
직접 타도하죠.
Oh wow, you almost staggered the guy. Good. Good. Well done.
확실히 훌륭하군. 5번 수감자.
He just takes care of the problem and it's very nice. Ouch.
넘어간 적이 많다지.
Okay. Good. Good.
엄청난 공격이었어요. 어떻게 저렇게 강하실 수 있죠?
That one's on this guy, right? Yes. And then I want another one on you and another one on you. There shouldn't be any spares on that guy with 28 HP. Ryoshi's got him. Whew! Good thing you fell through with that, Ryoshi. That's pretty fun, but I also do Tremor Burn Team. Tremor Burn seems pretty effective. Lucio Heathcliff arguing with Drunk Valsina Rodeo should be real. Who has Lucio? I think Rodeo would fit Valencina if Ishmael doesn't get it. Let's see, we have the Ego Gal Dawn, Yiseng guy. We know Otis is the middle person because of the betrayal thing and whatnot. We know, I don't know. Oh yeah, and then Ishmael is the middle apprentice. So I think Rhodia is actually Rhodia might be Valencina if we get a Valencina ID. I don't know if we will though. Well, we'll get Valencina. Maybe Heathcliff would be Lucio. I could see that. Because of the whole thing with Nelly too. I'm trying to think. Well, we have Faust as the apprentice and Hung Lu as the maestro. We still need the Pinky IDs too. Marcel, you're good at that kind of stuff, aren't you? Thank you.
의뢰여야 했어.
Oh, let's go. We healed all of us. Yes.
발톱짝을 뽑을 때
Let's go. Yeah, let's go this one. Ooh. Someone's dropped employee card. Let's go. That might help. Oh, we don't have a switch team. Rip. Well, guess we're stuck with this one. If Marcel or Heathcliff as Lucio, but I'm more on the Heathcliff side. I feel like Marcel might fit. Though, well, no, because,
나를 제압해서 원래 있던 곳으로 무사히 돌아가거나 혹은 제압에 실패하고 날 격리 후
no, because Marcel is Li Hang, and Li Hang is still in Canto 9 from memories, so it's gotta be Heathcliff.
가능하면 다치시지 않게 싸우셨으면 좋겠어요.
Alright, win rate.
탈출 개체 확인.
This guy's not as hard as Sancho was. He's tankier, perhaps, but he's really not as hard as Sancho. Well, at least every time I fought him in the mirror dungeon, it has not been that big of a deal.
개체의 약점을 정확히 꿰뚫었습니다. 준비를 철저히 했나 보군요.
Cool. Good. Does he have any stagger thresholds? He does. He has one, and it's at the very end. Maybe he staggers some other way. I forgot. I don't remember how this guy works. I just hit him until he died. I know he has a ridiculous amount of shield, though, depending on... I think it's his poise? Let me read, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Nor do I care. At all.
빠르게 처리하지.
Pinky should be Ryoshu, or she will be something between Pinky and Moga. I feel like Ryoshu would have the idea of, like, being that sword. Being the sword that they tried to make her to be. Because that would be, like, the worst ending for her, you know? Like, that would be the worst ending idea, is, like, for her to become the sword that they all tried to train her to be. So I don't feel like she would get the Pinky. Well, I'm not really sure who's left to get that kind of ID. Oh, wait. Maybe Gregor would get the... No, Sinclair has the Pinky Apprentice. Rodio's Valencina. Honglu's a Maestro. Ishmael's the middle. Gregor... What would Gregor be? Would Gregor be, like, the Pinky person? I'm not really sure what to do in this. Gain 4 poise, unit has shield, gain 2 plus poise count as well. Well... I don't remember if I'm just supposed to defend this turn, or if is this just a... Tremor. Let's just use Egos this turn, I guess, because... Oh, interesting. Because, I don't know, I'm bored. Okay.
빠르게 처리하지.
I just want to hit him. That's really it. Oh, well, you know, you should really roll heads, Faust.
제가 어떻게 보일까요?
You know, it might help make the fight go back quicker.
그 답이 있을까요?
Okay, well, can't complain.
균형을 잃은 게 아니야. 더 세게 후려치려고 유뚱거린 거지.
You might be resistant to something. blunt? He might be resistant to blunt. I'll get his SP down a little bit so he can't constantly roll heads. Although, you know, this is Project Move. The enemies always roll heads when you don't need them to. Good! That's really good damage. Well done, Versal. Have fun, Gregor. Good. Good. That's pretty good damage, I'll say. 139? Not bad. Not bad for an ego. I think why ego isn't really used anymore is because, like, the fact that it's just, like, we can do more damage with skill 3s now. Worst ending also could become like her mother, I think. Gregor is Hohenheim. Oh, that's true. Right, we did get the idea for that. Oh, that's horrifying. No, you probably can't. No, you can't. Who has the high clashing ego? Hung Lu? Oh, I don't have the gluttony for it. Dang it. Oh, this brings back memories. Ryoshu! We've had this on favorite before. Please, please don't lose that. I do not want a repeat of last time. Well, I am going!
나가리판이네. 다음.
I can't ever trust Ryoshu to win a clash. Not against Li Heng, not against anyone. Bro.
해잔병같이 무릎을 꿇고 있을 때인가 싶은 수감자. 평소처럼 넉살 좋게 같이 상황을 개선해 보시지.
직접
Sorry for the crash out, guys. I can't ever trust Ryoshu to win a clash. Ever. When it's dire, she will never do it. And I've yet to learn my lesson, apparently.
옛날에 조직에서 싸울 때도 눈에 바로 적을 다 밀어버리는 놈이 있었지.
최선을 떼지 말아야 할 겁니다. 가장 먼저 처리해야 할 것이 가장 흉포한 송곳니를 드러내고 있으니까.
If I can set it to go off just a little bit later, then I can heal up my sinners and hopefully it won't die from this attack. It's funny that Gregor became the leader of researchers and Yiseng and Phallus are his assistants. Yeah, it's true. Bro is the research man himself. Oh. There's a chance that he could win this. Oh, of course you would lose, Heathcliff. Of course you would lose.
저까지 아프네요. 이런 건 한 번도 본 적 없어요.
You will never hear the end of this. You will never hear the end of this. My goodness gracious.
받아볼 텐가.
Maybe hitting him till he's down isn't really the best idea. I can't remember how to fight this guy, really. Maybe I'm not supposed to attack him when he defends.
빈틈투성이군. 스틸레터. 증기압축 피스톨 압력 제한 해제. 관측 완료된 시간 벡터 계산 완료. 축적된 과거 변형. 모먼트가 발사.
Oh, well, 174. Well, that's not. Oh, well, he staggered. Yay for me. Yay for me.
이 기세로 가면 우리가 질
This is probably bad that this stagger threshold is up so high, because now I still have... Okay, well, maybe I can actually do some decent damage to him. Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, let's try. You got a lot of tremor potency on him, though, so... Good. Good. Heads, please. Thank you, Mersault. Appreciate you.
덕분에 위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지.
균형을 잃은 게 아니야. 더 세게 후려치려고 비웃뚱거린 거지.
Good. Okay. That's pretty good.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요.
Good. Wow! Well done, Honglu. Good. Good. Wow.
이 공격은 꽤 먹혀든 것 같아요.
Kill him. Kill him. Oh, you're so close. You're so close. I could potentially break through that. Let's try. Let's go. I think, yeah, we'll be fine. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Why learn his mechanics when you can damage him enough and just kill, when you can just hit him enough? If it has health, it can die. What did I always say? What did I always say? He uses enchanted big skill next turn if you can't break through his shields when he defends. I see. If it has health, it can die. And the only thing that matters is not their gimmicks, is if the enemy is if you can get the enemy down to 0 HP. Let's freaking go. Okay, looks like I missed a couple of the I missed this one. Is this the freaking Sancho one? No, okay, I could probably redo that one. This one and that one. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and do those later. That'll be it for stream. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like the video and subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. It makes YouTube think that my stuff is good, so like it if you think it's good, and then it helps me earn money, because YouTube pays me now. So, yeah, we stream a lot of Limbus here, along with many other games, so please stay tuned for that. And until next time, filthy casuals, goodbye!